photographers now charge like 300, 400.
Bro, do you know how bad? I was saying to one of my friends, I feel so bad that there is now a culture where before you get to the wedding, you don't shoot. Do you know how crazy that is? Before, they used to snap you on your way inside. Then say, mommy, 200 naira. Picture.
Yes, now.
My mom will come back. You can say you want the frame.
They used to snap you on the way outside. You wear your sunglasses, carry about. They quickly snap you.
Hi guys, we're here for Red Circle Movie. My name is Folu Storms.
My name is Nora Awolowo.
I am the Omowunmi Dada.
I really did like a YouTube Hi Guys
Nora
intro. But you are Nora Pumping also. Anyways, we're here and I said what I said because on the episode we've discussed a bunch of things. We've discussed Red Circle Movie because it's coming out on the 6th of June, 2025 globally.
Leave me alone.
Okay, we've also talked about Nollywood and some of the crazies that happen in Nollywood. We've advised people who are going through real life dilemma.
Going through life problems.
Very serious
Stop
problem.
centering yourself in the center of somebody else's life issue. It's not your issue, somebody else's issue. You are
I
still
just adding
wicked.
input. That's my own. I was just adding thought really and just.
And basically, we had such a great time.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
did.
Thank you.
Enjoy, guys.
All right, bye.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello, all.
The bounce is plenty today.
Yes.
We are many in the bounce.
I don't think last year we even had 3 guests on any episode.
No, I
we
don't
didn't.
think. I don't think we
didn't.
have. This is a special one. This is like
The red circle.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have some really cool guests
We
in
do.
the house, and we're going to let them introduce themselves and tell you why they're here.
Go on.
So,
Oh, mommy, go ahead.
Why do you want me to go first?
You look cute, girl.
All right. Hello, everyone, boys and girls. My name is Omowunmi Dada. I'm an actor. Well, for the purpose of today's interview, I'm an actor. And we're here for the Red Circle.
My name is Nora Awolowo. I'm a filmmaker. Cool kid. That's all.
The one who hides behind the camera.
Yes.
And a great cinematographer as well, actually.
Yeah,
she was
fantastic.
also
Why
the
you IP me?
cinematographer.
Like,
It's the reality of
Double AMVCA 2025 nominee.
Let them do it. Let them do it.
Youngest in charge, youngest EP.
Yes.
Hello.
okay, this is not about me, guys.
It's about you.
It's about you.
Red Circle.
Okay.
Is that why you have your glasses are red?
I was about to say that. I was about to say that. I'm actually very much seeing a touch of red here and there.
Okay, that works.
You think
I
I
love
lost the
it.
memo? I'm wearing a red dress.
You guys are fine. It's close.
Hi guys, my name is Folu Storms, and for the purposes of today, I'm an actor, also on Red Circle.
Yay, fantastic. So we have
Jola does say Thespian.
I'm a thespian. No, everybody laughs. You guys. Okay.
No, she's not actually. She's a
You're a
thespian. It's actually very
I'm a
different.
thespian.
It's
Don't
very
mind
important
them.
that you don't say she's an actor because she doesn't have any credit anyway. Thespian.
I'm a thespian. Yeah.
So you've been on stage.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I was
What
Jesus
did you ask
that
her?
year.
Sorry?
If I've been in stage,
No, it's not
please.
about that.
I also trained in Muzon.
I love
Exactly.
it. That's
Yeah.
serious thespian behavior.
Yeah.
I love it.
Major
Yeah.
So you
training.
sing.
Class of 2005.
You
I
sing.
sing. I dance.
Do you do piano? What did you do in Mazon? Only singing?
Piano.
Okay, look at you. Some of us, we did piano, we did violin, we did
Okay, and
drums.
where are you now?
No, it's all like, it's just, it's
And
in
where are you now?
It's actually in the vault.
Are you a
So
thespian?
the
It's
two
in the
both
vault.
of you are performing artists.
I'm a thespian. I don't know
the thing
about this.
this is that
She's
it's
a
in the
nuisance.
vault. It's in the vault. When I need to pull it out,
Pull
you know
what
You
out?
know when you put on your CV hobbies,
Yeah.
I now put musical instruments.
No, I removed that too because Muson was many years ago.
No,
Doesn't
okay.
matter.
No, but it's all it's muscle
It's still
memory is there.
I
It's
don't
I can
know.
play
As long as you
one.
can play one or two.
It's piano muscle memory.
As long as you can play one or two.
You can give that if you can remember one or two quick.
That's when you get back into
Yeah.
it.
But I am a thespian.
I love
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And a filmmaker also.
So many things. What can I say?
Accomplished.
She was to make
What can I say?
It's good.
Anyway, this is not about me today. So let's just skip the subject. How are you guys? What did you guys get up to this weekend?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
I saw you on Thursday.
Yes. Film financing.
everywhere.
We're looking for money. Before this started, I don't say if you see $1 million,
Yeah.
tell me where to pick it.
Yeah.
No, film financing. I enjoy those kind of things. Well, that specifically I went to because I am looking for money. So I figured, why not be in the room? Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
No, why not be in the room with the people who are financing things?
Fair.
And
I know
those who
you.
have had things financed internationally. So I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, what's the blueprint? So now I've held some people by their trousers. It's fantastic. Because I'm like, oh, I have a budget I need you to look at. I'll give you the gist after. But for real.
Anything money, I'm interested.
Yeah, so that was good.
I'm interested.
The rest of the
I
weekend.
was going to say that I don't have a film, but I also have budgets.
Yeah.
I have things that need to be paid for. Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that. Other than that, sleep, eat, rinse, repeat. I'm quite boring in real life, to be honest with you. And I enjoy that.
Okay.
Nora, what do you do?
I think I was just running press rounds and fighting PR team behind the scenes.
Why are you fighting?
For Red Circle, there's only something to talk about. So I argue about on Friday. I had like an interview, like with one or two people. On Saturday, I was at home packing. I'm traveling today, so packing. Sunday, I went to make my hair. Where else? Then I had to run errands too for my parents. And yeah, I'm here today.
First thing, Folu, please, this money you're looking for on the street of Lagos, be careful you don't turn to yam.
Don't worry about
picking up that money.
Don't worry about
Okay,
that.
that's fine.
Don't worry about
Then
that. That's
Nora,
not
this
the
your
issue.
trip, right? Is this one of those 25 cities?
No, I swear I'm coming back soon. I feel the same. I'm coming back soon.
Nora did this thing last year when she went to
Yeah.
25 cities of the world, or 25 countries.
Yeah, so the tour. Yeah, Europe and like America. Yeah.
I want to do
Now,
something like that too.
people are enjoying this life.
I had worked last year. No, I had worked and I deserved. Like I told them on set, guys, let me pay your money finish so nobody
Chop my your money.
So that when you see me enjoying my life, nobody say no. This one only says in Italy.
You'd have been on Instagram
Yeah, but
and all
this
that.
one, my father's birthday is coming, so it's just nice to surprise me.
Yeah.
And a mental health
that's
wellness walk.
nice.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I wanted to
Like,
just
get out.
run away
Take some
from
time.
everybody.
So is it you and your parents that are traveling, or
No, I'm going to see them.
you're going to
Oh,
see them?
nice.
Yeah. Nice.
And I've not shared, actually, we've not celebrated birthday together, his own, in like 20 years.
Really?
So,
Wow.
yes, so he's like, okay, this guy, your birthday is this day, let me just buy
And he doesn't know
tickets.
you're coming.
He knows, but he does not know that that's the reason why I'm coming.
Oh, fair, okay.
He knows.
Does he take
When
it
is
for
his
work or
birthday?
something?
April 16th.
Oh, my daddy's
So cute.
April 19th.
Yeah. Just know them.
So
So
maybe
my
I'm
daddy
easy.
is March 31st. Since I don't know. Since that's what we're doing.
Not really.
Okay, that's nice. Oh, cute. Who else?
My
What did you do?
weekend?
Yes.
When does weekend start?
Friday.
They say it's on Wednesday.
It depends on the kind of person you are. Because if you go to your
I
please
know.
house, it's Monday.
Yeah, I can't lie. Your weekend starts from Monday if you're outside.
Yeah.
Okay. This weekend has been one of the most immobile weekends I've had. I got back home from the hospital on Friday.
Oh,
Saturday, I was on my bed all through, other than going to the bathroom, which is just right here. Then Sunday was the same thing. My friends came.
lovely.
They made jest of me. They played with my crutches. Yeah. Quite emotional. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What did you do?
Mind your business.
What did you do?
Why do you have an attitude?
What did you do? I didn't see you this whole week. What were you doing?
I don't even know.
Uh-huh.
There was
What were you
nothing
doing?
grand. I didn't actually achieve much. This, as usual. I didn't really do a lot of things. I think I went to my friend's turned 45. She did like a house thing. So I went to her house and then I think I had dinner with a friend and that's about it. I didn't do nothing concrete and I felt judged for it, particularly on Saturday, but
Why? That you didn't do anything?
I didn't do anything. Like I stood up, I brushed my teeth, I had a shower and I got back into bed. I didn't even eat.
Why did you feel judged? And why didn't you eat? Like, how
I wasn't
Like,
hungry.
that was
I was
actually
more
my
tired
key.
than I was more tired than hungry. Like I
Fair.
didn't want to eat anything. I just wanted to
There-
sleep.
there-
Yes.
There are days like that too,
Yeah.
so you can't really be bothered to do
I
that
just
much.
wanted to.
The
And then
most
my
of
mom,
the
my mom
time,
came and said, "Did you? When she was like, did you leave the house today?" I said no. She said, "Okay." She left my. She came back. Sorry, did you leave your bed today? I said no. I said it happens.
it does.
But
And
she said it's in
sometimes
almost
those are
like-
really nice.
So that I will not be like, what's that thing? Fakemi's mom has just learned a new word, gaslighting.
Oh,
wow.
you guys, every 2.5.
everything
No, it's
gaslighting?
everything. It's actually everything.
My mom will say, before you say that we're judging you or, I'm just, it happens. I said, thanks for that. Love, thanks.
Appreciate it.
No, what did I do? I left work at 11 on Friday. I couldn't believe it. I said, and I had plans. So by the time I got home, I was like, listen, if I leave my house now, I can't actually make it.
11 a.m. or 11
p.m.
Why?
I don't know. It was a crazy one. So I was just like, and then on Saturday I went to work again till like 4. And so that was really the end of my day. But Sunday was very nice and it was quite full. I didn't make it to church, but I did watch it on the web.
Good job.
Thank you so much. I was really proud. I mean, I have slept a bit in the middle of it, but like, I feel like it was in my spirit. I was there. It was all around the place.
I watched CME put out a video about how, because she has a multitude of many, getting to church is really, really
I can't imagine.
tough.
She has 2 million
But she has
children.
decided that she's going to start again. And the part I found the funniest was that they were aiming for second service. They got to third.
Oh, wow.
Because by the time she got 5 children ready,
kids.
and she was like, what makes it crazy is she has a nanny and her husband. And still,
they all couldn't
they woke
ride.
up at 5. They also woke up at 5. She woke up at 5 a.m. Like she was like, no, we're going to get this
Today
process.
we're going to get to church.
But it's also like, because the kids are not used to it as well, like they're out of routine. So just figuring out. And I just thought, oh, that was cute. I thought it was I genuinely thought it was really cute because she was like explaining how she missed church and etc. But then I saw she was like filming bits of getting 5 children.
That's really crazy. Let me know, like me alone is quite enough.
Yeah.
5 individuals.
5.
You know, whatever I'm going through, I'm like, as far as I don't have child yet. Like,
I get it. All the time I think to myself,
about that.
thank God that there's nobody knocking on my door shouting, mommy, this, that. I have to wake up
like,
for.
because you really don't like have your life to yourself
You don't.
anymore.
It's really so crazy.
they are
I
very
rate it very
dependent on
highly.
you.
I do.
Yeah, particularly weekends, because weekends is their own fun time.
It's
So
their
you are
activity
thinking you
time.
want to rest, but your kids want to do non-school
Yes.
school things. So you don't want to be, cooped up at home. I saw a lady was talking about how she wants Nigerian parents to be, particularly in the UK, that's where she was, to be more mindful of the fact that your children need extra stimulation. So you shouldn't only, so her whole thing was, don't only take them out when you guys are going to the shops.
Yeah, they have to do all these
They
activities.
have to
them out to play.
She was like, to play, and then
They
people
need to
were like,
socialize.
and then people started complaining. You know, Nigerians, the first thing, it's so expensive. And she was like, I'm going to make a video listing 100 things you can do for
It won't
under
cost you
£5 a
anything.
child or free, because the truth is that we just don't have it as because like a lot of the cities we've grown up in are not like actually child friendly.
Yeah.
So we don't think of it as something to prioritize.
There's not going to the park to play.
Going to the park, going to, she was like, just take them to galleries.
Yeah.
Let them join like the local choir.
Boy
It doesn't have to be a church choir.
Do all these
Boy
things.
Scouts, Girls Guides, let them play football, let them learn to swim.
Do they still do those things?
They
Yes,
do.
so-
They
Yeah,
do.
some schools.
Yes,
They
so-
do all these groups, like go and do. They're all these random children.
She was like, let them join a choir, let them join a sports team in your local
Funny
area.
enough, when I was in primary school, I used to play football every Saturday and tennis.
Yeah.
Yes, I used to do that. Like my school.
Yeah, I had
organized all
gymnastics and calisthenics.
I think
that. And then I was in Igbo cultural troupe. That one.
Fair.
important.
Very serious.
No, important. I think like a lot of kids that people think are troublesome just have too much energy.
Yeah,
because
they're not.
and it has to be channeled.
we're not exhausting them.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed
And
to
it's
do
good for
things.
life too. Like calisthenics used to wear white gloves. That's where we did He Lives in Me.
Oh, we all did.
You're one of those.
We all did. Honest.
I love
And I always used to think, is this a made-up sport?
No. It's
But until
exhausting.
later, that I was like, oh, calisthenics is a real one. I promise you, I thought Nigerians made it up. Because I was just like, there's no way this is like what we're doing. What, you're just asking us to move left, move right, jump up, jump down, turn around. Like, whoa, everybody's just wearing yellow, blue, green. What's
100%.
going on?
Like it's
And the gymnastics I didn't make it anywhere. I can't even still somersault till
we did
now.
gymnastics actually.
I can't somersault till now. Trampoline, I can't do the flip. So I keep thinking back that what was the essence?
You guys didn't do inter-school like gymnastics competition.
No, I wasn't good
You didn't
enough.
end
I
up
didn't do. Funny, I didn't do in school.
I wasn't
but I
good
had
enough,
3
right.
older brothers, so
okay.
You were
because of
practicing
that,
the
I could do
gymnastics.
everything.
Yeah.
I could do backflip, Arab Spring, the back dive, everything.
I used to
I used to
backflip
play.
into
I used
the
to fight
pool
wrestling with my little brother.
until that was my party trick. You know, any opportunity. Let me show you. Backflip. One day, I backflipped, but I miscalculated how far away from the thing I was. And the front of my head scraped the pool as I went in.
Wow.
I think that was my first brush with mortality as a child. Because nobody told me after that. That was the end of my back. I would have killed myself. You know, like just the front, you know, like just a graze.
Yeah.
And you know when you come out, you know children when they're shocked. So I came out of the water. It was like a great club.
And you know, when children get hurt, there's a moment where everybody keeps quiet to see what child will do. You first wait.
They didn't even see.
Are they going to?
Oh no!
My body would have just been floating, my dear, before they realized
there.
what happened. They were around, but it was a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Everybody was paying, so they didn't understand what had happened. I just came out of the pool and I sat down. I was like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Also, you don't want your mommy to see you because
you're going
you
home.
know that.
You're going home.
And after they say sorry to you, they'll then ask you, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Who sent you?
No more
Ifami, one more
Yes.
Ifa. Okay, no day.
No
Yeah.
more Ikwe club. No more swimming.
No more sui after. No.
Yeah.
Most importantly,
Yeah, the
God,
sui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, before we please, so on Sunday, let me tell you what I did was eat on Sunday.
Oh, great. What'd you eat?
So I went after church. I then went to it was a pseudo, a lot of my family is not around. So it was like a pseudo remainder of the family brunch/lunch. So my auntie's husband and their neighbor and the neighbor's daughter and then my brother. And then we're just picking, the remnants of who was all around plus the family friends. And then one of our family friends saw us and we were already on the table of 5. They said, you guys are eating, we're coming. So the next table as well, it was just and we went to a really nice restaurant and we were so loud and irritating.
Oh, wow.
I can't lie, I was a bit shy. Literally, one of us, she went to the bathroom and goes, "Oh my God, this is amazing." And you could hear from the whole restaurant. I said, the thing is, this white fella, he's going to kick us out. And then the guy was now trying to explain the food to us. So I ordered something. And I said, "Oh, have you had it in Italy before?" Only for my uncles and auntie. "What do you mean? What do you mean? Have you been to Italy?" And I was sure he's actually Italian. I was like, he's getting somewhere. Because the way we do it in Nigeria, that particular thing is different. Okay. So he was like, his point was, do you want the way the
Nigerians
Italians
do it or the way
Before
Italians?
he finished talking, they had already told him that, what do you know? We've been going to Italy since we were small. I said, hey. And then there was one couple. Man. Honestly, if you people know who I am, I'm actually so sorry. There was a couple 3-4 tables in front of us. And the thing is, from the moment we got there, they didn't talk. This is how the girl sat down.
Oh no.
You guys, she was so... You know when... You can tell that whatever this boy has done, so foolish. Every time she looked at him, she just said, "Look at this big fool that you now brought me to this nice restaurant," thinking that. And then she'll order a drink, then video it 10 times, and telling him to move, ensuring that he's not. And for that, we were looking at them so much, they moved their table. Yeah, they did, and we didn't stop looking at them after that
because they're entertaining us. But don't you see those
guys? They were so entertaining because you could tell he was trying to find all of this from watching them. They were literally 5 tables down, so we had no way of hearing what they were saying. But we just sat down and we're all before 2 minutes, my auntie said, "I'm sure he stepped out." The uncle said it's because of the stupid sunglasses he's still wearing. That he wanted to tap him, "Remove it, let her see your eyes." She see, you guys, they didn't talk. They brought them food. They didn't talk. I was now we've been here for over an hour. I said they did not say one. She sat the other way.
Dang.
And was just on her phone. She was taking pictures of herself. This one.
Dang.
They brought their drinks again. Then they moved. The sun was a lot. So they now moved tables to where it wasn't glazing on them. We're still looking at them. He now still sat opposite her. After a while, my uncle just tapped. I said, "What's happening?" He now moved and sat down next to her. Literally, as he sat down, she now laughed. All of us now said, "Oh." So they were now looking at us what's...
Because annoying.
I can't lie. Tough, very bad behavior.
Yeah, I like people watching. Once I went on a date, wasn't going that well. So I started amusing myself looking at other people, and I figured out who was having a more awkward time than I was.
Have you guys ever done the emergency exits on a day? I hate to say that I've done that. And it was Moi. This is always where I report her. Moi is the friend that I just said, if I'm not enjoying this date, I'm going to just give you a quick note. You call me, you're having an emergency. I'm going to put it on speaker. You need me now. In fact, he even has to drop me.
No, now that I'm older, I'm just not having a good time.
No, me, I just leave.
It's fine.
I just say, bros, let me advise you. This thing is not going to work.
Yeah.
So don't waste all this. We don't need main course. What we've achieved in this starter,
it's all right.
It's actually so.
I don't even. We won't even get to starter.
There was a time I was on a date and the guy just kept talking too much about himself, and I got bored.
Yeah.
And I started to yawn. I was like, you know what? I need to go home. I'm sleepy.
That was so.
What are you going to do? You're not going to beat me. My dear, date is over.
Yeah, no, that was nice. And then from the lunch, I went to dinner. Because we spent so much time at the lunch that by the time the lunch was over, it was time for me to pick up my friend for the dinner. So I was just like, you know what? I'm here. I'm in it. I might as well. So I then went for like a second dinner. And it was so cute because I sat down with my friend and I turned around to ask for a waiter. And I just heard babe on the table behind me telling whoever the guy she was with was, do you know who that is? Him very loudly. No, who is that? Who is that? She said it's FK. He said FK. So I turned around and I was like, hi. Hi guys. I just did this thing you people did at another place. The key is to not be loud. If you are quiet.
No, men aren't very good at.
No, they don't. I'm sure she was just like, you see.
Gossiping with men is a trial.
No.
Don't look where. Baba, face your front or wear your glasses. Wear sunglasses so that they won't see you look. That one.
Wear your sunshade.
Yeah, just don't look. What if you say don't look? They must look. If you say, oh, can't you say that person? They will shout. Who? Where?
The one where
are you serious? I say, is that your whisper? Are you serious? Is that your whisper? Come on, bring your voice down.
No, so yeah, that was a lot of fun. I had
an easy weekend.
Lovely.
My week, I hope is easy, but genuinely.
No, my own week is not. It's not looking good. If you see me put money inside my hand,
important.
Let me know that I'm going through a lot.
We all need that money.
I have to be frank.
All right, so we're going to do some dilemmas.
You guys, as you know, we help people here. This is all about empowerment. It's all about, it's really about empowerment, improving lives.
Love it.
Education, you might say.
Helpful
inspiration, definitely.
Love that.
So these are the things. And people have a variety of serious problems that they do bring to our great attention.
The wife that was living with her up.
My dear. Serious issues. Okay. Where do you want to start? I did highlight some while we were talking.
This season of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Coins by Bamboo.
Our resident fame.
Yes, and Coins by Bamboo is a remittance app that allows Nigerians in Canada send money back home to Nigeria. So if you're paying bills, taking care of family, donating to a cause, Coins by Bamboo, they for you.
If you also want to send money to me, you are free. Please. Also, they have a double-sided referral program. Ask me, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Okay, that means you, the referee, and you, the referrer.
Okay.
See what I did there? You will both get 10 Canadian dollars. If the person you refer does a transaction of up to 100 Canadian dollars within the first 30 days of them joining the app. So, you know,
nice.
Lovely times.
So you guys should use our referral code, ISWIS. We're going to put the link in all the bios to sign up. And make sure you share and actually send the money so that we can all make
we can all make the referrals and we'll share it with you. They say, well, Jola will contact her.
All right, guys, enjoy the episode.
Bye. So, okay, I'm going to start with this one, not because it's very juicy, but I find it so interesting that this is a debate. So this is from Owambe JJC to Ashoebi or not to Ashoebi. Hello, ladies. Love the pod. I got invited to a friend Ish's sibling's wedding in Nigeria. Am I expected to buy Ashoebi or can I just attend? We're Nigerian, but we grew up abroad, so I'm not really sure how it works. Please help me and all the other JJCs out there.
A friend's what?
She got invited to a friend's sibling's wedding.
Oh, right. How close are they?
She didn't tell us.
Not close.
We can make an assumption.
Sibling, you've already
a friend sibling.
Yourself.
I feel like
it depends.
Well, no, if you're
no, you would have just said one of my friends.
Yeah.
If your last brother is getting married, I put it to you that's also.
They are not that close. They say hi, but if my brother is getting married, she would. Yeah.
So how close you are to the friend?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the friend matters, and also just context of like, is it like, and you never would say, if I go somewhere and it's only her brother that I know, I'm sitting next to him.
Yeah, but also like whether or not you're a cheapskate matters. I'm cheap. Like, why am I buying a shop? Is it by force? I have to like be besties with you.
That was the point where I was getting to that.
Now, how expensive is the
It's not even by friend, sibling. What I just think is that we've gotten away from the essence of the Ashoebi. The thing is, if you're a person that's distant from me, even just like as friends, not anybody's sibling, I'm not buying you a Ashoebi on principle, because like what there's nothing about the Ebi that I want to be. Yeah, we're not friends. I don't want to be in it. I want to attend, good and fine, but that whole thing of wearing the Ashoebi, I feel like it feels like it's by force and it's not.
I think of Ashoebi very differently though.
Okay.
I think of it as so it depends. I enjoy it. I enjoy like Owambe culture. I think it's incredibly wasteful and it's full of nonsense. But I like it.
But that's the idea.
No, I like it. Like so that's the thing. I don't justify with anything else. I actually think this thing we're doing is actually rubbish. But I enjoy it. But I fundamentally have always thought of Ashoebi as an excuse. Which was, you see, and I would have come. I bought it.
Yeah,
I
true.
would have come.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
That's true.
From buying it, I had no intention of being there. But you see, I made the effort.
So I use Ashoebi for that. I use it as support. Because I don't like Owambe. Like I have a lot of natural social anxiety actually. So being in large space, I get hyperstimulated. So I'm like, what's all of what you? So I have to be like your friend. So if it's you, I'm coming for you, and I'm wearing slippers, and I'm going to be picking money for you, and I'm like, I'll be your bouncer. Like, what do you need? Give me a function. I love function. Like, give me a role. Let me do something, but I'll just attend. I can be in my bed. Like, it's so nice.
So I think of it differently.
I'm not weird. I thought it was weird.
No.
What, that doesn't like
parties.
I don't.
Really?
Let me not lie. Premiere. You are going to be there.
No, that's different now.
For premieres, it's work and that's what it is. If I wasn't an actor, trust me, I would always be in my house. I can't remember the last wedding. Sharon's wedding, which was last year, and Kunle's wedding, and that's because they dragged me by my throat. If not, I won't be there.
I put it to you that the two of us have a wedding every week in me.
Wow. Yeah, I'm probably also into June.
Yes, into June.
Wow.
You are attending.
I put it to you that we're also wearing Ashoebi.
When I'm in places like that, I'm always like, "Homie, what are you doing here?" I don't.
In fact, before I came here, I received Ashoebi.
Yes. Okay, so I paid for
8 a.m. I received Ashoebi this morning.
But I even plan my entrance into weddings for when I believe the couple will be getting on that dance floor. So I can show up and be like,
and greet them.
Congratulations. And then I leave 10 minutes after I've gotten. Because that way I've marked my attendance.
Yeah.
You've seen me. You probably snapped a snap. Usually no.
Okay.
It depends. If we're super tight, yes. But if we're just like cool, we're friends, I also don't want to disrespect the fact that you invited me.
Yes.
So I'm gonna show up, but I'm gonna leave. I'll go to my house. Like
Fair.
My own is my buy you Ashoebi now. Like, you have to sign contract. I don't live with each other because I'm like, with this money, 2 years
I can't like that very key, especially if you're Ashoebi, especially what if you are divorcing? 2 years. Do you remember what we spent
on everything? But I
do
do find it interesting that people don't know what to do. But generally, I think what it is now Ashoebi culture has, I don't know, Nigeria is very money facing. So Ashoebi culture also dictates how you are treated at the wedding. What it says something about you. Like, were you too cheap to buy? Are you actually a real friend? Should you? So it now has all these
different grades.
There is
the Kinikon.
They will not give you.
So maybe the bridesmaids have their the adults obviously have their Ashoebi, and then you have complete gele lace, or they just give you. They just give you gele.
Is it the general Asho or is it the inner?
The exquisite one.
Yeah.
Maybe they've done one shade darker for the inner. Yeah. I just think that the problem is now it's just really expensive. Before you buy a Ashoebi, how much? You sew it for how much? Even if you didn't want to, it feels affordable to do so now. By the time the Ashoebi is 80, 100, 120, the sewing is also 100. Yeah, absolutely. Then, that's what I'm saying now.
What I'm saying is
that's still affordable.
Really?
No. I bought yesterday.
Ashoebi that somebody told me. I just look at it and say, no, I don't even know. By the time I'm like, okay, let me just buy it because I might not go for the wedding. Let me just support. They said, sorry, dear, the 200K Ashebe has finished. So what is left now is the 500K Ashebe.
I mean,
What's the date again? Oh my God.
I'm out of the country. I'm out of
So
town.
when I think about when I think about the fact that if I have to step out because I'm a mommy that I have to step out looking really good,
you kind of look somehow.
which means, and right now, in all fairness, I don't know any Shaki that makes good. I honestly don't know. Okay, ask you.
Yeah.
So I would say, okay, Somo by Somo, please make this dress for me. Normally, Somo does not even take. She will tell you, I don't take fabric, but because she's my best friend, so I'm going to hold her by the throat. But I will still give her like last. Normally, she charges like $3,000 Kiniko to make clothes and all that. But because she's my friend, Somo just last. Maybe I'll give her like 500 or 700.
Yeah, but you still pay
makeup artist.
And you know you people, you do celebs, you do photo shoots.
Who is this celeb?
You do.
I feel like you blow like that's one of the things.
Madam,
because if you have to step out, you have to step out looking good.
Follow stuff, please. Which one is who's the celeb?
No. Because see, one thing I've learned about myself, which Nora continues to remind me of, is like you're in this industry, but you're not of this industry. Because like I've had to learn the hard way. Like even coming here, like I actually asked Mumsy at the table, I was like, should I bother putting on makeup? Like she just looked at me, she's like, small.
Bad disgrace.
I know, because I fought what I now realize is a useless fight for a long time to just, but if men can show up as they want, why can't I?
Folu,
that's not the real world.
That's what I've finally accepted.
Yeah.
That's my big aim.
It's actually not the real world.
There is the you have to understand the business of show.
Yes.
And I think for a long time,
especially in the industry,
for a long time, I did not accept the business of it.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I was like, oh no, but I just want to do the thing that I want to do. Yes.
But I don't like to post. I've had to learn that you have to post. You have to be intentional.
It's part of your territory.
Social media now has become it's like a resume.
And it's not just Nigeria.
It's
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And that's why for you, the celebs, even weddings are, because everyone is expecting you to show out. So you can't even, if you buy that Shebi, you can't even form, let me just give them up and down. No. We've passed this. We've passed
photographers
this
now
stage.
charge like 300, 400.
Bro, do you know how bad? I was saying to one of my friends, I feel so bad that there is now a culture where before you get to the wedding, you've done shoot. Do you know how crazy that is? Before, they used to snap you on your way inside. Then say, mommy, 200 naira. Picture.
Yes, now.
My mom will come back. You can say you want the frame.
They used to snap you on the way outside. You wear your sunglasses, carry your bag. They quickly snap you.
My dad still comes home with frame.
My mom has all the pictures are framed in my house. Our emotion of how walking into, those walking into an event, sunglasses, and you're doing like this, please. Don't disturb me. They quickly snapped
I
you
don't
that
know how
man.
I am my mom's daughter, her only daughter. My mom is Anne. Well, she used to be Anne. You know when they say Abolo de Felu? My mom is at every Owambe. My mom will be like, one of her friend's daughters is doing wedding, so she's going to get her own caterer.
Yeah.
Her own caterer, her own kiniko.
I'm not going to fight
See, what you said now, people always say this thing that is strange. My whole family does their own caterer to people's events. It's normal.
Yeah, if I go to a wedding with Fekemi and her grandma is there, we go straight to
we
grandma.
Just look for Moses
that were hungry.
She has brought her own food. She has brought her own drinks.
Bro, what? Okay, no. So the next time people are going to Amber, invite me.
There's cola under the table.
That's different.
There's no champagne. There's
grandma will give us champagne.
There's champagne under my grandma's
mom's
table.
friend.
She has bought her own food.
My mom's
small
friend's
chops.
son was having his convocation, and my mom had a caterer.
Of
and
course.
I'm like, why? So many times growing up, all those,
sweet,
plates and buckets and and you see Victoria Words, James, Kiniko, Mrs. Dada and family. I'm like, Mommy, I don't know who this is.
Yeah.
But it's very sweet.
It's Dada's family.
Building.
Last year, I went for a wedding. Let me tell you the wedding. It was my friend's sister-in-law's junior sister that was getting married.
Long ago.
And I struck. You said the way I walked in, she had her own table. Again, my friend's sister-in-law's sister was getting married. Yeah.
That's long ago.
Thank you. But even when I was telling, and my family is the opposite. So my parents are not socialites. I'm the one that likes going. So they cannot believe.
They don't understand.
So when I told my mom I'm going for Shalewa's sister-in-law's sister's wedding, she was just like, I don't understand. I said, yeah, and I have to be there. She said, you have to be there.
What's your own?
I said, yes.
I had money.
No, but you must be there. You must be there.
That's hilarious.
And it's so funny. Like, for example, one of my friends is getting married that we're going. She's one of the plenty weddings we have in May. And she sent my mom's sister the adult Ashebi. And my mom's sister replied her saying, I don't understand. Do I know your parents? Send me the young people's Ashebi, my friend. I'm one of you. And she was like, oh, by the way, there's me, Auntie Kinikon, like 5 of us. And my friend was just like, eh?
I love it.
Oh, I don't get Azal. And I was even talking that, our friend John's my auntie called me about John's wedding. So what are we wearing? I said, sorry, we who? She said he came to my house for carols. So I'm coming to his wedding. Together. And I was like, I don't think that's the exchange.
It is crazy.
I think you guys just like parties.
No, we do. And what I realize is just we love, because I was like, you called me about this. She said, yeah, she hasn't gotten any information. I said, because I'm not invited. I'm not invited. That's actually the key reason you don't have the information. Everybody who is invited has the... God bless you.
But if you're not buying Ashebi, I do think something that's very nice is being, you don't have to, this person
maybe find the color.
Find the color, but then also be actually helpful to your friend.
Yeah.
So just be like, do you need anything? Do you need any errands to run?
Yeah.
Do you want me to bring stuff with me when I'm coming?
Yeah. I believe in
that kind of stuff.
I think the moral is you don't have to buy it. It's a bit for your friend's sibling, but if you can do it, I think if it's going to be something that you have to think about financially, please don't stress yourself. Like that. But if you can and it's easy and it's okay for you, you don't have anything else to wear. Yeah. But me now, if they say there's one other clothes, the wedding color is green. I have green. I'm wearing the green. Do you know what I mean? If it's a color I don't have, maybe. So I don't take it that seriously anymore. I just think that look, we're all adults. You have to do the one that works for you. I don't know your pocket. I cannot force 100K. Ashebi on your head. I just think it's not as important. I'm not your bridesmaid. Do you get? We're not super close. I'm just coming to the wedding for flanger purposes. I just, it's okay. I just still give me jollof rice. It's okay.
last.
Do you get? I think it's okay. So sis, don't worry yourself.
Okay, let me read something. There's something that I wanted us to. It's a dilemma, but it also ties into something. So this person is asking for, she's a copper, and she was talking about finding clothes for work, like affordable clothes. She's starting a new job, and she's asking where she can find affordable clothes for work. Well, do I have something for you? If you listen to this podcast for a long time, our friend Omono came, actually, and that year, their episode was like the number 1 episode because people had a really good time. But she's starting something with 2 of our other friends, and it's basically like a thrifting event, like
dope.
And it's specifically for that, for young women who are
kind of
your
work clothes.
Wardrobe. And so it's happening on the 21st of April. Tickets are 10K, but with 10K you can pick 5 items or more.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah,
free.
And also, if you have your clothes that, like your work clothes that you're not wearing anymore, you can also send them.
Why are you looking at me?
You can also send them.
Let me say something I learned as a recently returned lawyer. They informed me that
I advise you that I think Omowunmi is absolutely correct. Don't try it.
That is your people's business.
When you get there, you should thank you. You are doing branding for a film.
Box to go and give people. Are you
suitcases? In fact, like 4. When we see you landing, you should be like 10 Ghana must go of your clothes. If they see you picking one thing,
you just see people now work for all these Nollywood and fake life.
Don't be insulting Nora that she doesn't pay.
No publicity.
Nora does not pay her actors. That's why they are here looking for ways.
People don't know me. I don't use the word. That's when I now begin. You see, and this is the issue with poor pay for actors in Nollywood. This is why we are pushing for more money in the industry. Fund us.
I mean, like, Folu, please, can you take this down? Don't join this conversation.
Try it.
Folu, just
fund us.
What day is it again?
Fund us.
If we see Folu's leg,
21st, you have to be at
20 or 21st.
Yes,
but we'll put something.
When is the day
you
together?
people don't think I want to be entering Harrods to be buying workwear.
So
don't
occupied.
stress me.
That's actually the thing.
It's like our work is not plenty. Please,
please, whoever is doing PR, she doesn't have what she's doing. Okay, let me.
I have one that's slightly serious.
Okay.
This person is Mr. F. who says, "Hi, I was dating this amazing woman for about 3 years, and honestly, we have started thinking and talking seriously about marriage. I'm in my late 30s and ready to settle down. A few months ago, she got diagnosed with ovarian cancer. It was a lot, but after the initial shock wore off, I realized I don't think I had this in me to go through the journey with her. Before anyone comes for me, please understand that I have nothing but love and respect for her, but I also know myself and I know that marriage is for life. I want a partner I can build with and start a family with, and I just kept thinking about the journey ahead. What if we get married and I lose her shortly after? What if I can't handle watching someone I love go through that kind of suffering?" I told her as gently as I could about my concerns and tried to be honest. I didn't blame her and I didn't make her feel like I was a burden. I just didn't think I had the emotional capacity for that kind of fight and didn't want to lie to her or waste her time. She clearly didn't take it well, and now everybody is calling me a wicked soul. Our mutual friends are avoiding me, and some people have actually said I'm inhumane and that I abandoned her when she needed me the most. Even her family is cold towards me. Please be honest. Was I wrong and am I a terrible person?
I think he did the right thing.
I don't think you're a terrible person, but I think you were wrong.
I don't
think he's a terrible person, but I think you should have just been there for her.
Ooh, no, not even that. No. I think saying to somebody that, see, you know, sometimes what people are trying to, we say it all the time, avoid is being the bad guy.
Yeah.
And you try and go about doing hurtful things in a way and then still expecting to not be the bad guy. So I don't think you're a terrible person. I think anybody might have these thoughts of, can I handle it? I think saying to somebody who is sick that I don't know that I have the capacity to be with you, and I'm not saying you're a burden, but I can't handle your burden.
Mm-hmm.
And expecting that people will then say, oh my God,
he was
points
so
for honesty.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You've said your truth and everybody's responding to your truth in their own truth.
Yeah.
I think it's fair.
Is he surprised that people are reacting?
That's what I'm saying.
He
is.
Okay, I don't think he should be surprised.
I think
it's
really crazy.
Very important that he recognized his inability to deal with something so serious.
Do you know what?
Right now.
But you know the thing is, he's not special.
He's not.
I'm so sorry. He's not special. Do you know why I say that?
Yeah.
The statistics show that men actually don't handle their partners well. And do you know what I mean? Like, so like in hospitals, they'll tell you that. I think it's like 1 in 3. Like the data is really
it's
terrible.
horrible. Yeah.
It's awful. Like if you go to hospitals, like men tend to abandon their partners when they get ill.
Yes.
So I think the idea that this thing of I'm just being honest, or you told someone who had spent 3 years with you and was under the impression that we're going to build a life together. This wasn't someone you were casually dating, by the way.
I get it. Ladies, let me tell you my fear, or why I think it is good he said it now. Because he will marry that woman and abandon her in the middle of that sickness.
Okay, wait.
That it is not a maybe.
So
it's not an
if. I don't think a woman. Wait, hold on.
It is better for her than for that to happen now than for it to happen after she has already married this man.
Do you think a woman who has ovarian cancer...
His angriness is his business.
Folu, do you think a woman who is sick and who has ovarian cancer will be thinking of marriage right now? I think being healthy will be the first thing on her plate.
Yeah,
not the wedding or the marriage.
I don't even care about that. I'm just focused on this brother thinking. Like, what I want to ask him is, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
Did you think the consequences are appropriate?
I'm trying to imagine. This one you're saying, you didn't make her feel, but what are you saying?
He's confused that their friends are like,
you told me I'm sick and therefore you're not doing again. So we couldn't even have married because sickness and health, ordinary
headache.
God bless you. Better or worse,
Yes.
So what are we discussing?
The question also is the whole impression of what love is. I think sometimes we need to go back to the drawing board. What is love? Love is not just a feeling; it's a choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a decision.
He has chosen.
It means he never really
weighed everything up. And for me, it's very cruel to say, what if I marry you and I lose her?
That is crazy.
I'm sorry, that's very wicked though.
Like, let it happen first.
You're already planning that, it will be hard for me if she dies.
So it means that you don't think that she can fight it and survive.
Forget you don't think. So this is one of those things where sometimes when you're in the middle of centering your own emotions, you don't realize how crazy you sound.
Don't.
Do you think you are more worried about her dying than she is about her?
As in it's her. No. Imagine you saying, I don't want to marry you and lose you. Okay, the person that has cancer and cough.
Guys, to me, that's
is going through this.
This girl, her God just came through for her. you do not want somebody like that in your corner because that person isn't it. You think you have something to fall back on.
My problem is he's sounding stupid by saying no.
He is. He actually is.
Stupid by saying like
how
are they saying it on Twitter? Because now you're saying why are your friends reacting? Like you've made your decision. Then why are you surprised about their reactions?
Sorry,
you should not be surprised by the reaction.
Also, like people, we always talk about this thing in our friendship group. Everybody likes to think they are special. Let me not lie to you. If my guy, as in my G, is dating a babe for 3 years, we all know her. In fact, as his friend, I'm more likely to know because he's probably talking to us like, I want to propose soon. Comes and says to me that, she's sick and I can't do it. Me, I'll not be thinking, okay, so if I'm your guy, if I'm sick, what
will happen?
Will you not say you don't have the emotional bandwidth?
But that's for me. But guys, that's the reality. That is what happens.
I think
that is what happens.
I think being like, I don't know, our society, or not, it's not just us. Society has made it harder for us to step out of ourselves more and more. Like there's a lot of stuff that your priority is your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, how you feel about stuff, what your priorities are. And that is fine. But I do think we need to start rallying round, or the phrasing I'm trying to come up with is basically we need to start rallying round people that can't, basically. Like in that moment, she can't. And your fears are not primary. Do you understand what I mean?
And I want to shout, it's not about you.
It's not.
So, like, not that your feelings are not valid, but when we look at the particular point in time, it's actually not about you.
You know, this thing is particularly triggering for me because I lost my mother to cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I witnessed my father going through this, which is why I'm like, if you cannot step the fuck away, step away. You will destroy that human being. It is better that
even before she dies.
Thank you. It is better you know that you are weak back up. It is why it is so hard, personally for me, to form relationships with people because people don't understand what commitment means.
Right.
In friendships, in romantic relationships, people do not understand. It means that whatever happens, I may not like it. It may be horrible. When you are grieving, I'll just sit with you.
Yeah.
I said the whole concept of love. Love is not just a feeling, it's a choice. It's a decision.
Thank God that God spoke to him and said, bros,
just leave her.
Funny enough, I finished a novel this morning, and it's a rom-com type novel. But at the heart of it, the female protagonist, her mom has dementia. And it's earlier than they thought. But it shows, like a lot of people kind of frame dementia as forgetting. But the thing is, the person is also very confused and lost. And so a lot of their personality goes. And so they're just constantly wavering in and out. So imagine not recognizing where you are. You don't recognize your children. So she gets physically violent and she's upset. She doesn't remember that she needs to pee or to... And so the book also shows how her own family is figuring out how to deal with it, and the siblings start fighting and it's just, the entire thing was, part of the resolution was that her and her siblings and her dad, they had to have like an uncomfortable conversation about theoretically wanting to help and actually helping. But at the forefront, the agreement was because we all love mom, like we're just trying to make the best of what is an awful situation. Like Fekemi said, the thing is that this guy wants to do the bad thing without being called the bad guy. So what he was hoping we would say is, well done for being honest.
It's just it's so hard for you, please.
Nobody thinks the person that they're dating for 3 years is going to bail if they're ill.
She didn't even think she was going to get sick.
Yeah, like nobody's planning. But even if you do get sick, you're hoping that if I've been in a long-term relationship,
why is he there? It can't occur to me that my boyfriend is going to say...
When he's even saying it, my first thought would be, what are you saying, please? What's this that you're telling me?
Her family is being close to you.
What are you saying? What do you mean?
I expect
my own is mutual friends. You even said you're even more shocked that her family is being before. What would they be to you? Yeah. Who the hell are you to them?
I expect that my close friends, the people who are my friends, will be there for me.
Exactly.
Talking of you that I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with.
I actually feel really bad for her. It's paining me. It's actually paining me because
thank God we do.
You would not have known he was a clown.
Yeah.
Until this very unfortunate thing. It's very sad because she'll just be thinking, okay, so...
My main thing is people want to be able to do mean, cruel,
and not be held
bad things.
accountable for it.
But then they want us to elevate the small. So he thinks the honesty is of greater value than him disappointing her in this way.
You're abandoning
But can I say something?
You're abandoning. That's the word.
But can I say something? Even if she didn't have cancer, even if it was something else in the future,
yeah,
you do the same thing.
Yeah,
he will.
Yeah, this man does not.
Yeah, we need to just build. I think people just need to build grit about potential failings. It's the same way I was telling my friend on the phone yesterday. We were talking about something, and I said I've realized that I just don't have my whole thing now is I want to develop grit because I'm constantly shocked when things don't go well. When nothing promised me that things are meant to go well. So I'll have something doesn't go well in business and I'll need to take a week.
Yeah.
I can't cope. Oh God. How could they say no to me? I can't believe it. I was just telling her that basically I need to develop grit. Yeah. And I'm also in a country that means that I have to.
You got to.
Because there's nothing on the horizon that says, the default is good.
Yeah.
The default here, the odds are not stacked in your favor. So constantly needing to be babied and sorry and to constantly be shocked that business is harder than I thought it would be, that making money is harder than I thought it would be. It's just not doing me any favors. Yeah. I'm just constantly, I told her I feel like I'm constantly whining and complaining. And it's not that things are not hard. I just feel like I'm just still too shocked. It doesn't make sense that after being in media business for a decade, I'm still constantly
I wanted to say that we actors, I think we have developed that, because starting up in our career and everything, well, I can speak for myself. I got a lot of no's. I got a lot of we'll get back to you and they never go back to you. So to be here, trust me, it's been okay, no, Abi, we move.
Yeah.
We move. It's basically just believing in your talent. So I have developed that. So even if I come in for an audition or you want to cast me for something and it doesn't happen.
To your face,
yes, it doesn't happen. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
I prefer the email.
That's fine. Oh, some will not.
The rejection is your face. Sometimes it's based on your face or your body. And they'll say it.
They'll tell you, you don't.
Do you know what's crazy?
And you will see the reaction from the producers. Their audition
so
squeezing face.
Do you know what's crazy? A friend of mine told me that he realized he couldn't date an actress or a model, but because he realized that if they are in the very early stages of their career, you're going to spend a lot of time figuring out how to help them build, in essence, grit.
Yeah.
Because every other thing, you can have an excuse. This one, they rejected you directly.
Yeah, it's not about any other thing.
We don't want you. And he said that he just realized very early that it's very tough if you're not mentally prepared for it.
Yeah.
True.
To constantly, because your partner is going to call you upset a lot.
Yeah.
Even if they're successful, they're going to call you upset a lot. And he just realized very early that I don't think I have.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna be good
you can't tell her. You can't tell her no, it's not you, because they said it's me. They said it's me that they don't want. That I'm not.
You ask about people like Nora and say when they are looking at people's auditions.
Exactly. That's what I was about to ask you, Nora. Is there a soft way to say we're not looking for you in particular?
I don't think there's any soft way to reject somebody. Even I've seen someone say, you too. I reject you too.
What? I reject you too?
Yes, I reject you. No, I don't think there's a soft way to tell. You can write all of those long quotes. Festivals, even producers get rejected for festivals. Some of your film for festivals.
Wow, yeah.
And you see those long message, this. We like your film, but we have plenty entries. This is not the reason. Then you now see people that they chose. They're like, because they knew somebody. Those things happen. And it happens to producers too, where maybe the person, you already have somebody in your head already, and you're like, okay, let's just have options.
Yeah.
And now you not eventually fall back. You're not like, why did you not put all this audition, open audition outside? When we know that's
who you wanted to cast
Folu
from the job.
Every other day. Did you get? So there is no need for all of this. I don't think there is any. You just have to develop. Okay, this one. Okay, another one will come. Dig it and continue going.
I've also just realized that you can't play as an actor. You can't play every character.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Maybe you can't play every character. Sometimes when they're developing the stories and the characters, there is a look, there is a feel that they
have in mind.
Yes,
sometimes we even have actors in mind while developing. Actually for Red Circle, I remember telling, I don't know who we told, and we said 80% of those that we wrote with people that we got.
That you already have them in mind.
When we're like breaking down the story and everything, we're just putting plan A, plan B, plan C. Like we're writing their names down. So already add them in mind already before we start reaching out. Maybe now your schedule did not work with what we want. That's why we're now going to plan B or something. But already have them in mind while working. Now it's not maybe now this person did not make it easy
so
for
now
us.
There's an opportunity. Yes, that's so interesting. Yeah. Wow, I love that. Okay, we'll do one more and then get into the film. People are a bit serious today. I'm quite surprised.
What's going on? It's not easy.
The current economic climate in the world.
Also not. I mean, and to be fair,
I have one that
I think we're trying to avoid. Well, unless we're trying to avoid, I was going to read one that was about money because the truth is that 98.75% of this are about relationship.
Yeah. No, what's the name of this person?
Jola's newly funded best.
Never mind. So read yours, but before we get, because I think this one will help us go into Red Circle.
Fair. Hello, boys and girls.
Hello. We are here with small awu for you guys.
Just a little treat for the skincare boys and girls.
Exactly. So for those of you who saw that we had a lovely event with Garnier to celebrate their new vitamin C active range, Beauty Hut has decided that they are going to give you guys 20% off when you use the code Garnier ISWIS.
That is Garnier ISWIS at Beauty Hub.
Yeah.
Or 20% off.
Off the entire Garnier Skin Active range. Yes. That's all.
Don't say we didn't do anything.
Exactly.
We always do things for
and I've been
you.
actually been using it. I'm enjoying it.
I actually have.
Yeah,
I quite like it.
I'm enjoying it. So for 20% off the Garnier Skin Active range, use the code Garnier ISWIS at Beauty Hut. And let them know we sent you.
And let us know that you've also gone there. Might be nice. You can also get for us. It doesn't mean.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Enjoy the episode.
Okay. So this is Jola's new fan. Hey girlies, I've been a listener for a couple of years. I'm reading this because of what we previously discussed. And I absolutely love the podcast. Thank you. My all-time favorite. Keep up the great work. To my dilemma, I recently won a pretty public giveaway of about $500,000 naira. When I saw the $500,000, I was hoping the balance would be a different name. But it's okay. It's good. I'm in my very early 20s and this is the most money I've received in my life at a stretch. And I feel a bit of pressure holding this money due to expectations from friends and family. Personally, I'm trying to save, invest, and also spend the money wisely because I hate to splurge it all in a few months. But it seems like from close or distant people, someone is always alluding to the fact that I should give them out of the money. And I'm not even trying to be stingy. I just have really bad financial anxiety and I don't know how to explain that giving multiple people out of it is not feasible. I'm still a student and I'm not working. I know with this new money, I'm being held to a slightly higher standard, but I don't know what to do. It's generally not a lot of money and I'm tired of constantly overthinking all my interactions. I would like to hear your advice on what to do in the situation. Thank you. Love you both. Love you.
So that's 500K they gave her.
I'm happy she said that she knows that it's not a lot of money. Because
if you give one person more than 10K.
My own is that every time people share their wins online or anywhere, please can we stop billing them? Like that's the first thing that comes to. Like say, I just did a film. I spent money. Like why do you think I remember when I won the MBCA and somebody asked me to borrow them. I said, did you see them giving me money for winning the MBCA? Like the first time like people post money or they want something. Yeah. The next thing is how to collect money for. Because
you calculated that maybe they need like 60%.
Yes, like
the rest
does not have bukata in Yoruba. I would say you don't have bukata, you don't have like your own bills. Now you're thinking about how, now my problem, let me go and ask this person, at least something will drop. Like, I think the first like set or our mindset should not be like asking people for money. The moment you see them share their wins or say, I just bought a new car. Next thing you're like, this person has money, so let me go and meet them to borrow me something. It makes no sense. I think that's what she's facing right now.
That's what she's facing.
500K. Like,
in this economy, we all know how far that's going to go.
Like 50K has gone. Just to the mainland.
She has already said it that, look, it's not that much. She's a student or whatever. She needs the money. It cannot stretch for years. It's not that much. She knows it. Out of 500K, you still want to remove.
Learn to be wicked. She
needs to rally 70% of that money. She needs to find an investment fund to tie it inside some. Just remove 70%. You only have 30% of that money. That's all that you have. Of that 30%, do 10%. Maybe you want to tithe. That is the giving you are giving to people and forget about it.
And I think she start
You don't
complaining
have.
first before they
Yes.
even get to her. Like, as I say, you say, this
Yeah.
money, Otila.
Like I said, that's my style with police.
Like, you just
Once
say,
police stop me and say, "Oh God, thank God, that's why you better press me 2K." Yes, I don't
build
have
them
money.
first, like, this morning I've done this, I've done that. I need your help. Like, you just, you're like, this one today, they're asking, like,
You
build
this
them
is
first before they get
important.
to
So.
you.
Yeah. So I understand if your personal friends want you to do obli with them, like
You
we
want
that we are your
500,
guys, you
yeah.
understand? Okay, so pay your tithe. Remove 70%, like Folu said, and then the remaining one, just remove like 5%.
108 donuts.
for your guys.
Yes,
That's
I'm telling
it.
you.
That's the best I can do.
A light
Any
one.
other person that
That's
comes
you,
what
have
I'm
to
doing.
do, you have to do streetwise.
She's
like 5
21.
people.
Yes.
You
That
chill
money
the
is
Andrea.
not one. A chicken is
You
even too
buy
expensive
1 carton
these
of
days.
Sprite.
One like this. One. Everybody should share.
If you really have money, you order tray of jollof.
do you get?
Honestly,
And if you
yes.
feel like,
Honestly,
okay,
that's
maybe
it.
your
Do
family
small
members,
chops,
because
one
there are
quick
also
round.
people who are from like the very, very
Like indigent,
underprivileged.
yes.
Yes. If there are things you can do for your dad and your mom, not uncle, auntie, mama, were all right. Dad, mom, if there are just a little thing, you can just give them.
I guess
God,
so.
though, God
Thank
did
God,
this thing.
yeah.
Thank God, and all that. Maybe your siblings, just buy them 1 or 2 things. Your close friends, those are the only people you owe. You see those friend. Those
Just
ones
forget
that
them.
are
And I mean, I
outside.
get the pressure, but like, how many ways do people want 500K to split
Yeah,
up?
It's a
because
lot of
I'm like, I'm
money.
We all
sorry.
know
it's
the economy
because
where I'm like, please
lock
free
up.
this thing.
Yeah, 21, lock up.
Yeah.
You don't owe
Because-
anybody anything, lock up.
When people are asking you, they're asking under the assumption that they're the only ones asking you.
Yes.
So they calculate that okay,
This is my own ass.
she can keep 350, then she'll give me 40. So they're thinking of it as only them. But if 10 people are calculating that 40,
She doesn't have anything left.
Yeah.
She doesn't. Sis, I think you need to stop being a bit wicked. You need to rise
Being
up.
wicked
You need to
women
rise
like
up.
far in life.
Is it
You
possible,
know
is
to
it possible that
everybody.
says Kaju le kule? Yeah, that thing.
You need
So
to
don't do
rise
that.
up. Let people see your face and know that this one I can't.
Yeah,
even
nothing
ask
from
for
her.
it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you see these people asking you for money, you can't even fall back.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't say, I need something, let me ask this person.
Yes.
No.
Once you start spending on people, I think it's also an invitation for them to come out.
It is.
Always.
Because I've realized that, you are even trying to say to your guys and everything. As you're finishing that one, like,
They
like,
come
this
another
person-
one
Can I
again.
ask a
Can you
question? I
spend
don't
that
know if
money?
this
Yeah.
thing happens to only me. When I am low on cash, like I'm really, really low, nobody comes to say something. But when I have not announced but
Yes.
maybe like
You're
I've just that's one get money. That's when somebody
They
that has
sniff
not
it
reached
out.
out to
Yeah.
me in it's like the universe just.
No, I feel like
and
money.
now you-
I honestly feel like
No,
money
they
is
don't even
spirit.
have
It's
to
like when
have
you're
seen
happy
me.
and your stupid ex is now messaging you.
hey.
Oh, hey, I said, how did you know?
That
I'm in a
I was
happy
full
How
of
did
joy.
you know that
I'm
I
serious.
don't care about
Someone
you
that has not
anymore?
even reached out to me in 18 Gbogboro will just be like, one thing, this one, that one, that. And I'm gonna be like, how did all these people know that money did my
You're
hand at
smiling
this
too
point?
much. But you know, there's something that, you know, when
No,
there's no
there's
money,
signs.
there's also like signs that
There's
you're
sign.
like,
When you don't have money and
and
I'm
like, Folu is
indoors.
smiling this period. What's
You're
going on?
indoors.
Like, you already know
You're
about me.
humble. You're
Like,
calm.
about
When
me,
there's
you
money,
mean-
there's a way you move.
You know that you start posting more on your story.
I'm telling you, all
she's
of a
happy.
sudden, Wednesday you went for lunch, Saturday you went for dinner,
Thursday you did
Sunday you
your
went
nails.
for brunch. Then you ask them to pick, which color should I buy? Some of the calculating,
You did your nails, you bought new wig.
See, I've never seen this wig
It's
before.
first time photo shoot.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's money
Thinking,
somewhere.
I
think
think
it's also
money
the
has
aura.
landed. It's the way. I think there's a projection, but yeah, this is why I always say that as much as I want to win the lottery, I would also hit the announcement. Hey. And this is why people wear masks to collect their lottery to check.
Some people forego. So if you don't even show up, I think
Then you lose
like
some money.
30%. So if you don't come and do like the formal handshake,
Yeah.
they take like 30%.
And then a lot
Some
of people
say it's
will
okay.
wear
Take the
masks and
30%.
everything
better for you.
so that you can't see them because the damage of you won like all those Euro million jackpots.
Imagine being
crazy.
from the hood and you win that money on
Before you
Everyone-
get
everyone
home,
in the hood
before
is
you get
entitled.
home,
Before
Everyone in the hood
before you
feels
even get to
entitled.
the hood, it's just there's a girl that I follow, and she during lockdown she started making. I can't remember what it was. I feel like it was like a product. It was like a hair product or something. And she blew up like
Massive.
crazy, and it destroyed her family because she started making. I mean, like I think her first week where she kind of went viral, she had like a back orders of like $700,000, something like that. And what had happened was it was a business where people were not like, oh, deliver my thing tomorrow. Because of the pandemic and because they knew it was like an order and waste thing, they were happy to wait. So she had time to produce and all that. It ruined her family. Her and her mom don't speak anymore because they got into it about money. Her and one of her uncles, her and her, I think it's like her, the only person she still really like has a relationship with is like once her stepdad and her cousin. Wow. Even her grandma. Like it was so bad. And this is like
grandma?
Yes.
I don't know why
her grandma and her mom, the big fight with her mom was because her mom wanted a new car, a specific type of new car. So imagine you're like, okay, I'll buy you a new car. And you thought, okay, I'm going to buy, my mom is going to want, let me think, she wants like a Prado. You've put your mind on the Prado. You get to the dealership. Your mom has called them and said that his legs also. So she's like, no, I can't get you a car. But if you want this Lexus, you're going to have to wait till like Christmas. Like I've done budgeting with my accountant, blah, 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 blah. And it's just started to spiral out of control. People would call, she tried to give everybody jobs. Like this is basic factory work. We're putting soap and cream together. It's not a big deal. But I need you on the books, but you also need to be doing something. People wouldn't show up to work. It scattered her family.
Wow. It's like Whitney Houston. Like they wanted to slave this girl. Like what?
Yes.
No, it scattered the family. I'll be posting every day. I'll fight. But this is the problem. People closest to you.
No, it was a thing because people were asking like they hadn't seen her in a while, and she did a whole thing explaining how she had to get her mental right. Yeah. She had to be
That's
okay.
Very sad.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
So it's not just, but also like we've spoken about this thing. Now, if there's an Olori Ebi that has money in the family, it sometimes ruins the family.
Ruins everything.
It does.
One, the third born. The third
everybody should have. When I'm going on vacation, I'm not feeling bad. In the house, still get all of those things.
Calculating school fees with per trip.
Yes, I'm like, your money.
That's why it's better to pray. Let everybody cook
100%.
I'm not an independent woman.
I have, I think, the perfect segue. So this person is called Change. Says this might be long, but I just listened to the episode about money and suddenly coming into a poor family, particularly from the middle child and how it changes every dynamic. We grew up between middle and lower class, and my parents tried their best keeping us okay with public education. About 7 years ago, our fourth sibling, a boy, took the easy route and became very, very, very rich. At first, it was okay, I'm rich, and came to help the family. He bought a house, he got some of us cars and tried to send one or two of us abroad. Came home twice a month, respected my parents and everyone regardless. 3 years in, he becomes a new being. Very abusive, disrespectful and vulgar, and has a savior complex for everyone, his wife included. My parents, especially my dad, who has become extremely materialistic, is now an absolute hypocrite, blind to his actions, and by extension insults our other siblings. He speaks rudely to my brother speaks rudely to everyone, including our parents, and they let him slide. One sibling has stopped speaking to him for over a year. And even recently, my mom was very disrespected by him and has vowed never to sleep over in his house. In summary, I feel like the family is falling apart. He's my sponsor for schooling in America, but I really don't like this life. I feel like a hypocrite having to blind my eyes to everything. I mean, the last time I stood up to him, I was slapped. My dad blamed me. I'm the only daughter and last child, by the way. I avoid conversations about fraud online or in person because I feel very guilty and heavy, regardless of my being absolutely against it. I avoid any related conversation to him and disputes in general whenever I call home. I focus on uni and I'm set to graduate with a distinction and have set out a different path for my life, but the guilt never goes away. Sometimes I wonder if the problem is the source of the money or the money itself that caused the catastrophe, considering it was okay at first, not the fraud, but like his attitude. Then it became really dark. I suspect drug share, but let's focus on the dynamic.
You know, I always call people criminals, except that her own brother is actually a criminal. So it's not just that he has criminal behavior, he's an actual. You know, the thing is, it's because she said her school fees, if not, EFCC straight. See him. This is the front. There he is. Are you looking? This is him. This is laptop. This is phone.
What I do find interesting is like there's many layers. Yeah. The first thing for me has always been like, I remember, I think it was Fashola that said like, may our loyalties never be tested, or something like that during an interview. And it was this thing of, a lot of people really don't know who they are until they get to a certain situation, right? And I remember like, a friend of mine was telling me how her brother tried to shash basically, and he came home with a car. And the thing that shocked all of them the most was that their mother was really who she said she was. The woman started screaming. you want to kill me. You are now a thief. Hey, she started screaming. He should get the car out of screaming on the road.
Good.
After all my suffering, he wants to become a thief. That she opened her wrapper. She started like she was wailing and screaming and embarrassing. Guy, so her brother was still trying to form. He was, Mommy, what's going on? Like, why are you behaving like this? There's no need for this. You know, like really trying to, because he was embarrassed. He was so humiliated. He said, no, which friends? Who has taught you this one? Yeah. Like the woman was aghast. And she just thought that we're not really buoyant like that. So maybe that was when she realized, like, actually, because she knew that basically what she was trying to tell me was that if their mom had kept quiet, everybody would keep quiet.
Yes. True. But
right?
the principles
it can't be one of us that starts saying, guy, what thing they do? Yeah. But basically, because their mom was adamantly against
everybody had to be. Everybody had to. But even him too, he'll start thinking, you know, I can't survive.
If your money is not welcome, your presence is not welcome because of where you get your money from, is it worth it? Like, if your family doesn't,
if your mom doesn't want to see you because she's like, listen, I will not have a thief in my house, you have to rethink the matter.
Rethink like what you're really doing. So I think that the truth is that it's not just where the money comes from. The fact that your dad is now insulting his other children and siding with your brother, even when he behaves badly, regardless.
Your brother is slapping you look, everything is getting out of hand. And it's because there's nobody to reset the boy.
Yeah. Families are really important. This thing you said, what the mother did is honestly really just set the template for how you have. Because in families have lost their fucking minds, excuse my French. Like we openly celebrate money regardless of the source of it in this country. And it is destroying us. It is destroying human beings. It is destroying relationships because all money isn't okay to accept.
Yeah.
It's just not. Some people will say, but no one was hurt. I'm like, how do you know? Whose hospital money do you know that you've stolen now?
Yeah.
No, really. What? Let's talk about it. And I remember having this conversation. I sort of reunited with an old primary school friend, like my cousin's kid's birthday. And he was talking about how he stopped talking to a lot of our friends from primary school because, first of all, they convinced him to move back to Nigeria. You know that, no, Nigeria is where everything. You forgot that half of these boys, their daddies inside politics. So, you know, their own. So when he now got in and he realized that, this one, they'll give him contract to do X, Y, Z. And you don't do the contract. Government hospitals are not being built. And they're like, it's not me that's killing anybody. I'm like, he's like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying? But it's because no matter what, anybody that shows up with money in Nigeria, don't want me. Look at what they have done. Amazing. Ask the questions.
Yeah. And
ask the questions.
Also, what dishonest. So what I like, the same way I said, I like parties. It's ridiculous, but I like it. What I did now say is, the culture demands that we don't
just be frank.
And in this instance, what it is for me is that once you move past survival mode and your drive for the reason you're doing abhorrent things, it's literally just like luxury living. Let's stop lying about where we are now.
Yeah.
Like if you've moved from one class to the next and now it's like, how do I explain this? Basically, okay, you want to get your family out of the hood. You get them out of the hood. Now they're out. It's like, okay, you got them a nice house. Okay, you guys were inside the lungu. You're like, okay, do you know what? Now I've moved us to a nice house in Antonio
Like
Village.
Nobody had a car. Now they have small car. They didn't have food. Now they have food. Now you ask yourself, why?
Okay, so what are we now doing? Now we're talking about multiple houses and homes abroad.
Is now lifestyle. So what are you? It doesn't. The problem that you people are having is like now your education is tied to it. So unfortunately, you're in a situation where you have one of two choices: either you bite the hand that's feeding you, or you continue to endure abuse until your education is over. And situations like this, I'm always just like, look, it's easy to say for me, college, fuck him or whatever, but who's going to pay for your school? Yeah. So it's tricky. If it's me, I won't do it, sharp, because all of these things, you will still pay.
Yeah, two,
you will still pay for it in a different way.
Also, do you just want, I don't want to sound insensitive, but one of those things like, are you enjoying feeling bad? So at least it's like you're feeling something.
You're constantly uncomfortable.
Do you want to be? Are you ready to actually do what your conscience demands, or do you just want to be able to say you feel
out
bad?
Loud, yeah.
Because for instance, like I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, what are your actual options? Are you just complaining, or is it that, guys, I'm not bright? I tried to apply for scholarships. It did not click. Like I feel like there's a thing where and my brother is just
He's doing the bad thing. It's not me.
As in, I feel bad though. I avoid conversations. I'm like, sis, if you really want to get out of this situation,
begin to plot your.
Do you have any options, or like, is this your last? To me, it's like what you're gonna pay is more than the money he's paying for your school.
The shock that she feels like it is drug, because old Nollywood will say maybe it's the head of those that is fighting
destiny.
Yes, to get. I mean, all of this, your family is getting scattered because of this money. You guys can't sit down and say this is the root. Like everybody knows that this is the root of the fight.
But it's normal. Always say big money, fast money. Logumamo.
Yeah.
I feel like from the beginning.
Translate for what people. Translate for people that don't know.
Mashe logumamo means like if you know, not doing it saves you literally a stitching time saves. A stitching time saves nine. Exactly. Yeah. Like, just don't do it. I feel like from the beginning of the whole, he brought in this money, they knew as a family that this money was not well gotten. And money has a spirit.
Yeah.
Money has a spirit. Money is good, but the Bible says that the love of money, like that,
it just makes you do crazy shit.
Is the root of evil. I feel like if this guy had worked, let's say he became a banker, he walked all the way to the top, the money would not have been that that would scare everyone. Also, he will still have this sensitive heart, but because his money is fast
just coming, it's quote unquote,
and he's the one doing it. He's the one taking. Is the one doing the bad thing. Yeah. So nobody can talk to me because I'm slaving. I'm doing the bad stuff on behalf of you guys to enjoy this money.
I was about to say, I imagine any normal person would feel a type of resentment, right? Like your family, you guys still want to be correcting me about rudeness.
You want to be telling me I'm the one
I'm literally
to stop. You don't want to collect the money. Like I'm a criminal and you know it. And you're enjoying the money, so you want to have a more high ground.
I would tell this girl, maybe you're what, she 21, like you're
probably
about that age. Listen, Plot, you may not know, so let's just tell you now.
We think
if you want to be free of this thing, no, because intellectually you know certain things, but you haven't thought about how to plot and escape.
Yeah.
You are receiving money. How much money do you receive each time? How sweet do you want to keep him for how long? Plot your escape from being financially tightened. Because let me tell you something, depending on where in the world you are studying or you're being educated, profiting from the proceeds of crime.
My dear, you are
lawyer, please tell her.
Oh yeah.
My barrister, the
learned colleague.
Tell them.
No, because you will go to jail on top of your brother's stupidity.
You will do jail.
You will go to jail. If they can tie into you for long enough. So look at what you are collecting. How much of it can you put aside? Start applying for scholarships. See if your school does scholarships in certain ways. See at which point you may need to terminate that education. Maybe you are doing first degree. I think of doing masters. Don't do masters with his money.
Girl, every day for the thief.
Because
when the one day comes, you are too finished. Because it is still a lifestyle choice. Yes, you may like to do X, Y, Z.
One thing I like that she said is she's graduating with distinction. Means she's very, very
on somebody's money.
No. Last, she has her brain, right? So if you're leaving,
she's not easy to activate outside.
No, I don't want to judge her.
I don't want to judge it because of like circumstance. But sis, I want us to be I want us act like my sister. I want us to be so honest.
Yes.
If you really want to get out of the fraud money, your distinction, start using it. Start using it. Activate your brain. If not, you cannot be complaining on the side and be enjoying on another
and then judging your brother using one funny item.
The truth is that
that's why you chop slap. They will slap you again.
They will. Look, I'm sorry, they will. You're judging your dad and your siblings. They're reacting to it differently from you. For you, it's more dignified because it's your education. Yeah. But it's the same. It's the same thing. Sis, it's the same. We are all using the fraud. None of you said, no, I won't take it. I won't do. And that's the key issue. It's now a bit late. All of you have collected it.
Everybody's in this circle.
The boy is just looking at you that, okay, which one of you wants to open your mouth and talk?
Yeah. The reason I wanted us to use that to segue in is because this idea of having family that does things you don't approve of, you're not fully aware of, and you now think, you have a very, because all of us have it to some degree. We differ in our beliefs from our family in different ways. But, there's sometimes maybe you want to buck against what your parents think or their ideology or their belief or the family business or whatever. And they're just looking at you from since when?
All of a sudden.
Since when is your mouth
all of a sudden
so
you're talking so much?
Yeah, and I just think that it's interesting to me how we are, I don't know, we're very idealistic in our attitude and our beliefs about who we are and the ties we have to our family and where some of, there's privilege, but also just like your standing or where it comes from. And I think a lot of films to some degree have tried to touch on it to kind of show that like, what kind of person are you really? Like you think you're a type of person, but when the rubber meets the road, like what kind of person are you like genuinely and truly? Are you just, do you have your ideals in a vacuum? Are you like theoretical? Like if in an ideal world, this is the kind of person I would be. But then situations arise and you're just not.
A lot of times you have to ask yourself, are you really about it? All these plenty principles that you have, because things will jam you and you're like, hey.
Boys and girls, please, we've come here today with a request. We've come to beg you. We are on our knees.
Yeah.
Don't forget that we're sitting down. Just imagine it with your mind. Please, they say, you people, you always ask us for many things. Like now, Beyonce won a Grammy. They said, have her on the podcast. Okay, no, good and fine. But how do we want to have her when you don't want to subscribe? You don't want to share the podcast? You don't want to download? What are the other things they do again?
Everything.
Follow, what again? Comment, and what again?
Everything.
All the things.
Just do what you're supposed to do.
Do the things, and then we'll have Beyonce. Very simple.
Yeah.
Okay?
I even made a song. Do you want to hear my song?
That's not the video we're doing right now. Okay,
it matters.
See.
Because I need to clear my throat. Let me make sure that is in order.
You don't remember the song?
No, I want to make sure it's in order.
Of what?
Like, share, subscribe, and comment if you're not a bastard, because it's important. That's another song.
That's the whole song.
That's the whole song.
Okay, there's no chorus, hook.
No need.
Bridge.
I'm somebody that I like to be brief, succinct. Tell them what to do. Let them get it in one go. See, you are talking. I did one line. But yeah, guys, you know what to do.
Please.
Yeah.
Do all the
it's
things.
important.
It's important.
It's important.
And then
they want Beyonce to come to a podcast with 40,000 subscribers.
Thank you. When you people will not subscribe. See,
lunatics.
Sometimes you really upset me. Because we're going up and down. Oh, we're the biggest. Only for you to open there, we don't have up to 40,000 people. What's it? What's the essence?
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the episode.
Don't let us be disgraced as a community, please. Please, don't let us be disgraced, please.
I don't know how much we're allowed to say. Nola, what do people know and what don't they know about?
What can you tell us before everything is out?
They've seen the poster. I don't know.
Okay, in that case, we can't say anything.
They've seen the poster.
You guys can say something. I think when it's out, the trailer should be out then. So you guys
This comes out Wednesday. When is the trailer coming out?
This Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next tomorrow Wednesday.
I mean, we can't see.
You can't say more.
What date is the trailer coming out? So that we don't
May 2nd.
Say, no. We can't say too much. Why don't you just give us high level? What's your, your own inspiration behind making the movie was, or what it's about? High level. So that when they see the trailer is what you've said that is inside.
Yeah.
The inspiration is not that deep. No,
not from it.
Doesn't matter.
First of all, we're not serious people here.
Yeah, like it's not that deep. I think I was at a point where I just wanted to leave my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt like I was boxed. When you're just jumping on people's set.
And what was that comfort zone?
I was going from set to set, recycling, doing the same thing, get scripts and do. I just wanted to stretch myself, to be honest. Like, now this is my idea. Like, let's go all out. I think I like adrenaline rush. Like, somebody's not giving money, you're crying. The next thing, somebody gives you money, you're happy. One of those things. And I came together with my friends and I have this idea. I think let's make a film. And for me, I think about a lot of things from anything worth doing at all is worth doing well.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're going to do this thing, you need to do it properly. You need to do it big for you to kind of make statements that you want to make with the film. And that was where the idea, I have this idea. I mean, people keep saying, this is not my story, guys. This thing doesn't have anything to do with me. But I think I'd also experienced...
your personal story.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
I was about to say that.
Because everybody keeps asking, maybe one or two people
it feels like somebody's family story.
Yeah, somebody's family story.
Do you know, a lot of times I see things, I'm like, why would you think that that's somebody's personal story?
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with me.
What?
I've been asked severally and I'm like, no, my family, they're not like that. But I think I just experienced something like, against your family and all of those things. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this is a very good story. And it's interesting how like this this very little idea that you have, when you now share with like 5 other people, they now make it bigger.
Yeah.
Because now this is your story, but now your story is bigger than what you thought before. Because once we went to the story room and started fleshing like the stories out, and okay, this is this person's character, this is this. It now became bigger than what I even thought it was going to be. Okay, this sounds cool. Our name, Red Tech. Oh, fancy. Let's surf around the red.
How easy was it to come up with a name?
We're fighting. So let me tell you how we solve our fight, because we are plenty people. And
Can you tell me what was like the key contender? Because if you tell you the other names that were there for this podcast, we would not have made it.
No, genuinely.
No.
Very embarrassing.
In all seriousness.
Like Blood, Kiniko. Like we're just giving like very interesting names. And I think Red Circle clicked because again, we started thinking about marketing even from like, oh, what works for marketing? We can stick things around red. We can stick things around circle. Oh, this works for the kind of angle, like Folu's relationship with our father, with our friend, with the person that she fell in love with, and all of everything was just tied together. And we're like, okay, this works. It's easier for us to sell again. The name sticks. That was why we're able to like decide on this. And let me tell you how interesting it is, because I try to make sure everybody that's working with me, their opinion counts. So I'm not trying to force my opinion, even if I'm like, I'm not that brought you here. But okay.
Do you ever, like, if obviously, because like, it sounds like you guys are brainstorming. Are you ever just like, hey, please come back to you've gone?
No, I try to, because I'm the youngest of my friends. Like I'm the youngest, so I try to also accord them that respect. Like,
but Nora is also the most opinionated. Continue.
That's fine. You'll be fine. But I try to. So what I try to do is like get somebody that is not part of us to break the tie. Every time there's all of that. I do that with Folu a lot.
Neutral party.
Yes, that I'm like, this is what I think works about. Let me know what you think.
Ask.
Yeah, so she's like, oh, this. I was like, see, this is what your lead actor said. This is what we are going with. So I use that like it's not me.
This motherfucker has been throwing me under the bus recently. Everything happened. I said, well, Folu said XYZ.
Yeah, so let's just go with that.
Everybody was looking at Folu that scattered my idea.
No, it's okay.
I mean, we now do majority wins. Like then your lead actor said she wants this. Did you get? I mean, I think fortunately for me, that's always been what I wanted. So I'm like, okay. But what that does is that everybody feels like their opinion counts. Because some other people, maybe 3 other people are also on my side or Folu's side. And next time we're asking you for ideas, you don't feel like this idea that I'm saying that will not win tickets or it will not count. That makes it like very cool. And that's how we wrote the script.
Yeah.
Then now raising money and shooting and getting these fabulous people.
Okay, I wanted to ask a little bit, because Folu, you've been in the industry for a while and you've done quite a number of things. And it feels like, well, from the outside looking in, your ascent has been slower. Almost like and I don't know if it was a choice, like I'm taking my time and I'm choosing what I want to work on. But I wanted to know how you figured your role, because Nollywood is big, but it's small. So a lot of us are running on passion and love of the game, pretty much. There's not, money is not flying out of the sky. You know,
it's not the way it looks.
It's not at all. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. But I wanted to ask, like, just how you designed a career that you're happy with, because I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with or unhappy with when they get into any media-related industry.
I guess because I chose entertainment. So I've been, all my adult working life, I've been very particular about choosing the thing that I'm doing, because whatever you do for a living as an adult, you have to be happy with to some extent. And it's not a very popular idea, not with parents, not with people within the industry. They're like, what are you talking about? Like, make money. What are you saying? And so what that has meant for me is, yes, I have been very particular about what I say yes to. If honestly I don't feel the script, some people don't even like the fact that I've asked to read the script before.
Really?
They're
Sorry,
like,
is that not a thing?
Don't you always get the first time somebody said to me, you need to read the script before you decide whether you want to do this?
Sorry, how will you now know
I was
your parts?
Because even some actors don't read script.
A lot of actors don't read scripts. I'm telling you, because and how you know this is you'll get to set and there's a sex scene or there's some very like sensual scene. And then the actor's like, no, I don't do that. So, ma?
Like, so said, so this person died. I said, that's real.
Wait, you guys are actually, sorry, you guys are joking.
So what happened?
This thing just happened in the story.
That you will not know if somebody died.
I said,
imagine both you and the viewer being shocked at the death.
No, I saw your back.
So what then happens is you have a lot of producers that just don't want to work with me because they believe I'm some type of way. They're like, this Folu. And I said, it's fine. because it means that before nonsense reaches me, it takes some time. Do you get what I mean? Even Red Circle. I met Nora randomly by chance working on Baby Farm. That's actually how we met. I did not know her from Adam. And this, I know you from Adam. I did not know her from Adam. I did not know her from anywhere. I
said, wow.
Maybe I'd seen her randomly because of MVCA win or something, and Chuchu had posted you for something.
Okay.
But she just walked up to me because Nora can also be very awkward. I think she really enjoys it. She was like, "Do you have representation?" I'm not even sure if she said hello. Let me not lie to you.
I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
You know when you're like, oh, yes.
But be
can I have the
for like Atimorawa? Like already
Nora's resting bitch face is supreme. Nora does not say
very
hello to anybody.
She just looks. She looks like smile. Yes,
she doesn't.
So
she looks like the whole world is on
this
her.
one that we know. I said we don't know. What Nora will not say anything to me. When I move this way, move that way. Do you have representation? Are you feeling inspired? I think so. Can I have the number? Yeah, of course. No problem. I gave her. That's how we met. So when I first got the script, I didn't like the first iteration of the script. And because they'd already given me a shooting date, I was not like, I talked to my management. I said, I don't know how to tell these people no. Because this thing, for me, I'm just not really sure. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It was now somebody else who'd been in the writer room, who I'd been wanting to work with Uyi again because I'd worked with her on like an Inkblot production, like Charge and Bail. So when she was like, I know fully I was in the thing now, you could have said it. I said, how can I come and tell somebody that I don't know that you need to rewrite actually, this doesn't really make sense. So it was after that we now started talking more directly, and then we went through it. And I have to say, like, I'm always happy to be wrong, to be honest with you. And it was one of the best yeses. Like by the end of our shooting, everybody's in tears, we're all like, guys, this was so beautiful. You know, and it was for multiple reasons, not just because it was actually a cool story. So I think it's a really good summer, like popcorny, you know, just gonna be like, you're done. You know what I mean? But again, it was the intentionality that was put into it. I'm a big sucker for people respecting dignity of labor, for people wanting to do things well and do it how it should be done. Yeah. You know, because in this Nigeria, we do a lot of, it's Nigeria now, let's job. No, Nora, from everything, from this whole, do you even have management? Do you have this? People always want to bypass whoever you're putting your team. That's your business. Management are there for a reason. Yeah. They are there to help negotiate because they have your interest at heart. And the production have their production's interest at heart.
They always think from
but
point of
down to, accommodation, this is what we're going to put you so you can do this. So it's not too stressful for you. To, my crew members, my guys are HODs. They also have back end on this project. How many producers are thinking of that? And are not just thinking of it, but are doing it. So after when we're about to get into promotion, you are talking about, so guys, this is what we want to do. You are involving people the whole way through. Do you know how many times you'll be begging people for even final scripts before you start filming?
What do you mean?
Give me the scripts, the final
I can work before I get on set. So I can start
working before I get
just to, again, I'm not Thespian.
When you start correcting.
No, I just want to be clear on something. Like now,
let me calm down.
We'll say we're shooting the scene. Then when you hired me, there was one script, but changes have been made. Yes. Then we're starting tomorrow, new script.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when I get there, I won't type in shop like what's it cool? No. How will I not be surprised that all of a sudden I'm finding out that I'm dead?
Yes. And this is why a lot of actors don't prep the way that they should before they get on a project. But it's also why I say things, and Omowunmi says things like, respect Nigerian film actors, because what they're going through behind the scenes is mad.
It's not just you people. You guys,
we understand that.
Sometimes it can be location that I did not get.
Nora, we get it. But don't forget. but don't forget, we're going through everything, almost everything you're going through. Plus, we now have to get in front and be like, give us the emotion. Perform. You're like, okay. When we shot that scene that you just used my whole spirit. We shot that scene we were losing nights. Yeah. So the sun was coming up, and we have been shooting since there was sun from the day before. And this is a scene that requires the heaviest emotional toll. And when you want emotion to convey on screen as an actor, you are actually not pretending. You are drawing from a real emotion. So it takes a physical toll. And by the end of it, you are emotionally, mentally wrecked. So to be on a production where after they finished with you, you feel like a discarded piece of tissue. Everyone would just be packing up things. All right, let's go.
Meanwhile, you're like, oh my own soul.
You have a headache already.
You're still crying like you're like, I thought she okay, no off lights.
You're just thinking I'm going through a lot. You say, please, can I remove your mic?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, my guys are the first to come and meet you.
You're just like, sorry, ma, please.
And that's actually how they say it. Sorry, ma.
So kind of like you guys now think like help, please.
So it really helps to have somebody like Nora who's there, who understands that and is trying to work for it. And as young as she is, she's super experienced. And even with that, she's still learning a lot of things. And she knows that there's a lot that she doesn't know. So she'll just, even beforehand, if you have romantic scene, Nora will ask, so I'm going to do this on this. Is that you okay with that? Can we do? I say, oh, yeah, this is so nice. Other people,
next time,
things will just be happening.
Touch the breast. Lift the hand.
Please, I know that.
Touch the breast.
It's not the central part of this movie, but there's romance in the.
Yeah.
Actually, it's part of.
There's rubbish in
it. It's about love.
No. I said rubbish. I mean in an affectionate manner. I love nonsense. So I mean, there's the nonsense we love in the movie, and literally.
Kissing.
Plenty of kissing. So I'm curious for the two of you. So obviously there's a lot of fast paced, there's kind of action, there's drama, there's all of it. And we'll talk about the other parts as well. Like you've just spoken about emotional scenes. But the romance scenes, there was one time I watched BTS of someone doing a sex scene. And it was the first time I realized how many people are in the room.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I said, sorry. There's like 20 people here.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they cut, they're just like, yeah, well done. Thumbs up. You did nice one. Now if you can move to the left a bit. And I just thought,
and land like this.
What's happening here? So how is that for you guys where like you're in the context of quite a dramatic story? There's so much happening. Then you're in love. Then you're kissing. And you kind of have to
For me, it's not even sex scenes. What I'm always amused by is like having to perform intimacy.
Yes.
That's more private, I think.
Yeah.
And we're like 18 people.
Yeah. How is that?
And then, if the person is, so there's stuff that the cinematographer and the director are looking at. And so they don't want to break up the scene. So they're trying to tell the light guy, put it up. And then, sound too. Is anxious about, please don't land on my mic, don't land on my mic, don't land on my mic,
touch this.
Don't touch this place, don't touch that place. And so I've just always wondered for actors, like when you have to like recreate intimacy, recreate a sex scene in that kind of busy environment, like so maybe your mom will be able to explain.
And also, how is it having to do it again? Like maybe one take to another, and just we'd bring up the whole, because in the scene you're falling in love. After you finish falling, then you start again.
This one I can tell you, some actors will tell you this thing is one take. Anything you see, you take it like that, because I'm not falling on that stupid boy again. Let me just let you know now. But I always wonder what is going through your mind when you have to do that.
Okay, so first thing first, we need to understand that whatever it is you guys watch at home, which is the final product, has been cut, edited, and put the best in place. For us as actors, everything we do is from a technical point of view. So there is the mathematics to a lot of things. So even emotions, when you have to emote emotions, like you're calculating in your head, there are so many, there are 1,000,001 things going on in your head.
For example.
Because this guy, you falling in love with this guy, you don't love this guy. You don't love him. In fact, many times you guys are not even friends, or you're meeting for the first time ever. And then you're thinking about the fact that I have to love this guy. So for me, for example, Omowunmi, I don't pick things from my personal life.
Yeah.
I don't. I completely forget who Omowunmi is. If I have to fall in love with this person, I just say to myself, I'm in love with Nora. I'm in love with... I say it over and over. So if the person is Tade, I'm in love with Tade. I love his eyes. I love his heart. I love his...
Do you know that? As you're saying it now, I'm just like, who the hell is Tade again?
Oh, there's no Tade human.
I know, I'm just like...
Yes.
But that's because the way you're saying it, I'm just thinking...
You have to say Tade because I'm in love with Nora. Nora said...
Exactly. Let me move. I'm absolutely in love with him. I want to feel...
Is it this Nollywood actor?
I want to... What did you say?
Is all this Nollywood actor you want to feel?
No, so it's not... I'm not talking about the actor.
Yeah, the character.
I'm talking about the character.
Sure.
Do you understand? I'm talking about the character. And if it's a case of,
actually, what I'm asking, I'm a Thespian as well. That's
Which
my method is different.
scenario have you ever been in where this is a
Why I say I
fact?
love Chinedu, I love his eyes. Chi-boy, I love him.
so
I was in The King and
I do a lot of inner
Yeah.
monologue. So a lot of things are going on in my. You know, when we say we're creative artists, we're literally creating things out of nothing.
Yeah.
We're building a world, we're building a universe, and it has to be true. So it has to be true from within, from me, before I can now show it out there. Now, when I'm acting and 1,000,000,001 people, because I am trained and I've done this over time, these people, I build a wall and these people do not exist anymore.
Yeah.
So I have taken my lines, right? Forgotten everything I have to say, taking my lines, added it to the emotions I have built on this with this person. The blockings that the director has given, I've also taken it. So it's in between. I'm giving my lines that I truly believe in, and I'm also trying to remember everything
what the
that the
director
has told me to do. And then we're now acting.
That's deep.
So it's
I
very.
can't lie.
So when I
It
say
sounds like plenty things.
so when I say it is technical, it's actually very technical, because you need to know at what point you should say shut up. You need to know how you should say the shut up. Shut up can be different things. It can be shut up, and there can be shut up. And there can be
this is a Thespian.
Thespianing.
This is similar to
what
I did in Primary 5 when I was in The King and I was one of the children. I had to go forward, bow. I had a line and then I went back. It was very, very emotional, very technical.
With the blocking.
Even as a young age, 8 years old, I was there. Very memorable moments from the whole play, actually.
Amazing.
Let me continue.
So I'm with you.
Another thing is, whoever you're playing that scene with, before you guys get on set, try to be familiar. Have conversations. I am big on having good relationship with people. So we're supposed to play lovers. We don't have to be lovers. We don't have to be friends, but let's be cordial. Let's gist about things so that it's easy for me to
kind of bring,
to bring it on. Also, I love to work on productions where the director is intentional about me as an actor as well. So I like to have conversations of, okay, how far can we go? What can feel natural to you? Director, I think this, I think that, because I'm not a robot.
Yeah.
I'm also a human being. I have boundaries. I have this, I have that. And then we can now bring it with different ideas. That makes production and that makes acting really, really fun. So Legend by, it's always interesting to work on productions where the energy is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, crew energy, actors energy. And you can trust that everyone is bringing their A game. And that was what we experienced on Red Circle.
Yeah.
When I say no one left any stone unturned. And it was all for one for all. It felt like a family. And everyone was it was fun. By the time we finished shooting, I was like, so we have really, really finished. Every time for me,
I was thinking, please.
When I had to be on set, I was always excited because everyone had such good energy and everyone knew what they were supposed to do. So costume is not this thing. Hey, I don't have costume for. No, everyone was really, really good. And production, the production team, I will give it 100 for Red Circle. They were so amazing.
That's sweet.
Then the actors on Red Circle as well. Funny enough, it was the first time I and Folu were working together. And we were best friends. And you would have thought that many times we're just people action. You've got action. Sorry. I'm really, really big on good energy.
Oh, that's really nice.
I think let me talk about the technicality of like shooting. For me, it's also asking like the actors, who do you want out? Because we try to like a close set where it's just the director. Actually, the director is even behind the monitor and the monitor depends on where we're shooting, can be outside even
Right.
where we're
Okay.
shooting. So it's mostly just the DP and the sound person.
Well, not every
Again,
production will
yeah,
do that.
yes.
So as an actor, you have to be ready to have.
I mean, with Folu, I was always like, are you comfortable? What's your comfort limit? Do you get that you can, like, you want to share? If this actor is doing this, we can cut it and just move on. Me, I'm like, see, anything that does not even make you feel good is not going to go out.
Yeah.
Like, that's very important for us. Even, I mean, sound. I told them there was no need to that, you guys. Because
At
again,
that point, I was like, Nora, we need sound.
Again, I'll try to say, okay, this is the actor.
Yeah.
Maybe go and have conversation. I mean, we're
Yeah.
locking people in rooms. Like, please, this person is married. Open the door. But just make them feel comfortable. And once you have like less people, I think I was the only one in most of the scenes that we shot that were, I mean, in the rooms.
Yes.
Yeah, I was the only one because I was the DP. I was on shooting.
Yeah.
So I made sure I was the only one. The rest of them were behind the money. And I think that day, we're trying to do like minimal crew, close sets, let this person be comfortable and all of those things. So I try to take those things serious. I mean, for me,
Yeah, because I feel like in those sorts of things, boundaries are super,
Really
super
important.
key.
I wanted to ask, because you worked basically as crew for like a long time. You've been DOP on multiple things. You've produced. I wanted to ask, because I personally am starting to have more of a thing for getting more women sort of like behind the camera. So light, sound, cinematography, maybe things like grip might be harder, obviously, because that's an extremely physical job. But I do think that there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of money being left on the table. Editing, sound, that women, I really want us to kind of get into. There's stuff that I see all the time. Costume, makeup, hair. But I wanted to ask you what you think are some of the more, what you think are ways people who are interested in Nollywood, in cinema, and are not thinking of front of camera. What are some of the things you've noticed? Where do you know the money is going to? Like, I'm trying to basically get you to encourage the babes to get more into like behind the scenes
Why do you say
stuff.
Because you're really good at that. And talk about our DIT, talk about our editors.
Yeah, the editor, they are all women. Like the editors.
That's my babe. That's my girl.
The truth is, right now in the industry, if you want to shoot a full film of all women crew, you can.
Yeah, but you can't shoot 3 at the same time.
Just one, sure.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And they're doing amazing
Yeah.
at what they do, yes.
To be honest, I think we need more women like in technical roles.
Yes.
Like you said, camera, I can count in my hand. Even you, how many female DOPs do you
Yeah.
know? That, I mean, you may have, I think what we have now, because again, there's a segregation between being a videographer and actually being a cinematographer.
Yeah.
Where people feel like cinematographer is you adding like a lot of department, lights, grip, this and that. And you need to understand even collaboration between all of those departments. So you need more women like at the forefront of these things, not just somebody that is attending events, shooting wedding events. Do you get like, you need to understand cinema, basically, all of these light details and all. We need more women behind, sound team. I try to make sure like we can add, because again, you are trying to insert mic into women's body. Do you get? Why don't we have like more women in those roles? Do you get? To even make things easier. Editors now, we have a lot of female editors. I mean, my editor for Etiquette is a female. Like on DIT, or that's a data image technician, was a female.
Yeah.
And me, I was the DP. So
it's
felt like we're actually enjoying ourselves on set.
No, it's important. And there's money.
Lights.
There's
I mean,
money.
it's hard, but we are seeing more women also
coming in.
Coming to light. Again, it's trust. I feel like we're in a low trust environment. So most times you have to go and do your thing first. Like, person did the light for this thing before they hire you.
Yeah.
Because they don't think first that, it's a woman they are going to hire as the gaffer, get or something. They need to have seen you do something else for somebody. That's why it's interesting.
And then they can pick you
so
up
that's
after.
yes, this person
She really can do it.
So that's why I said, as much as we do a lot of training, we need like pipeline to growth. Like, okay, you've done this training, you've done this master class. Who's hiring them? Because if nobody's hiring me and I went to go and learn gaffering or whatever it is, lights, I'll go and do makeup.
That's it. You do the things that like it's easy to learn.
Yes, for people like me, people even tell me that like you're privileged, because I can say no to things and I know that I'll not suffer. Last time I go to my father's house in the bed or wherever. It's true. Do you get?
Yeah.
But because I've been able to say, okay, I'll go and work with somebody. I don't mind being the camera operator for this person, to just know that, I'm also making contact on those sets and having like those conversations. But how many women are able to also
do that?
That down and say, okay, come and do BTS on set first. Because I started as a BTS person. Like,
Really?
yes, like taking pictures. I'm a photographer too, depends on the days of the week. I'm a photographer too, taking all of these things and just learning the ropes and also like making contact and just again realize that a lot of people that are now big DPs are people that we grew up like shooting random things together.
There's actually nothing wrong in starting small.
Very small.
There is nothing. There's nothing wrong.
You people, I hope you are listening.
Volunteering.
Yeah, I think volunteering.
I think it's because this sort of industry is one where you want to come in and like be
and make money.
You want to make money. You want to be big. So because of honestly the way people are exposed to things. There's a sense of there's no point wasting your time just doing all these small things. Because this is
the one industry where like you have to understudy people to really be good at what you are doing.
You don't think about it like that.
That's what I'm asking. When people tell me that they want to be in the entertainment industry, the first question I ask is why? What is your why?
I said, they want to be popular.
If you want to be popular, well, all the best to you. If it is money, this is not the industry. There's so many. You just go into so many other things. If you say that, okay, if I get popular, it's a means to an end. Maybe. I think the first thing that should be driving you is your passion. You know when the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness.
Preach on, preach on.
Make kids. I know that we are.
I honestly feel like the first thing that should be burning inside of you is that zeal to show the world what stuff you are made of. I'm not going to lie. I've been paid 500 Naira for a gig before.
What do you mean?
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. No, not recent.
You know, you always have to clarify things. When you say 500 Naira, do you mean, is that like a euphemism for like,
she said, no,
like 500K? No, 500 maybe that's how they say it in the Thespian.
500 Naira for a theater production. I'm not
okay, and you were there.
Yes,
you were there. No, they could have used her likeness.
Go and buy biscuits.
Because the stage play didn't have money.
You were on the stage.
Yes. This was it 2007?
Your transport was
on 2008.
Getting there,
2008.
That's a while.
And I was interested in doing it because it was for something that got me seen.
Yeah.
Yes. Be ready to take pay cuts.
Yes. So I always say, Yoruba say something. Tabatori shujeku.
Do you know what?
Are
you sure you won't start a different show on the proverbs?
Which means if you don't eat palm oil because of yam, you'll eat yam because of palm oil.
Yeah.
So sometimes you take gigs not because of the money, but because you know that this is going to get you seen.
Yeah.
A lot of times, actually.
I don't think people are even paid their words.
Nobody's paid their words.
It's just once in a while that the gig is, the money is good.
And people also don't realize that because of the package. You still look good. You still show out. You don't realize that if you
I don't know
check the
anybody
paycheck,
in Nollywood that does one thing.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, I'm just... Like I'm an actress and that's it.
I don't know. No,
some people are. Starve, my darling.
Some people are. They are privileged like that. They can do
that. I don't
because
know
acting
anyone
is also jealous.
In terms like in closeness. So I don't know anyone who's able to do just like in our
brand jobs.
People do multiple things.
What I mean is that because when you are a brand ambassador, that's not just acting. That's what I mean. Yeah. So there's some people that are able to be pure, like they don't do anything else. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not easy.
It can't walk.
Because there are some scripts that will come to you and you just cannot take it. Well, I will speak for myself.
Thank God I rejected one recently and I was doubting my own training. I was like, God, like this is back. Like
also because they were throwing stupid money at her.
Like
really?
Every time I kept sending away with money and they were saying like, yes.
See, there are some scripts that as you're reading it, this is dead on arrival.
It's going to wreck your mental health.
Also, like I say, you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Yeah. Because if you do not know where you're going to, every road will look like the path.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Somebody said power.
You are very deep. Very deep.
Evangelist.
What are you talking about?
I thought that evangelist.
No, for Nora, I knew what she could have profited out of that thing, and it was clear. She have cash. She want to buy.
I was like, I want to change my car, and
but do you want to have cash?
will you have peace of mind? There's some things that will
peace of mind,
don't
and I
break
said
you.
your name be on it, and you have
Yes.
and you're going to be happy. There are some projects you
I
have.
advised her legally. I said, excuse me, ma. Just to let you know, you can also make sure that within your agreement, they're not using your name to promote. Because you are behind camera.
I said they'll take pictures like behind the scenes.
You will.
You will be, Nora, you'll be there.
One of the reasons
This
why
thing that
they
you will
want
be there.
You is for you. Yeah.
Because people will not be asking you, Nora, how far now?
Yes, you did this.
Are you sure?
You did this. See.
There are some projects you will be on air. One project can skyrocket. 5 projects can skyrocket your career.
Yeah.
One project can drop it drastically.
Yeah, because a lot of times you see films and you see people in it and you're just thinking, why
did
would you
get
do
there?
this? That I
How?
can't believe you're involved in this.
However, on the flip side of things,
No, you can't
Yes,
because
stop judging
you don't know.
people.
I don't know your situation. You might need the money or what. But a lot of times I'm just like,
how did this person
But
get
you were
it?
about to say something,
However, on the
however.
flip side of things, there are times you read a script and you're very excited about it,
Yeah.
only for you to get on set and the execution is,
zero.
how did I get here? There was a project
And at
I
that
was
point,
on and I was
is
like,
there nothing you can
can
do?
I
Nothing,
really
no.
The
refund?
actor.
There is nothing.
In fact,
No,
there
there
was
was-
talking about your costume. They say, these actors, that's the problem with them. They like to involve themselves. I say, sorry.
No, you can't. There's nothing you can
that
do.
project, one project like that, I really wanted to refund. I was like, Jesus, how did I? But there will be just one out of 1 billion of those kind of projects. I don't want to say what I want to say, but there are
Please.
times that you're very excited about a project,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, when you get on set, that's when you're like, oh goodness, production, wanting.
I
So
think what
you
that
can't
has
blame an
done is
actor.
also scar like the actors.
Yeah.
I think that's what I realized on this set. It feels like
Mm-hmm.
we're building trust from
Scratch.
from the scratch. Like saying, guys, trust me. It's again, you may have these lofty ideas. Oh, you want to do this, you want to do that. But again, they've been on projects that they've showed them even bigger ideas than their own, and they've not seen where it went to. Like even for our marketing, we had to call all of them together and pitch
What
our
you're going to
marketing.
do.
Like this is
idea.
what we are going to do. This is this month. This like, and once they knew that okay, these people they were actually like doing what they said they were going to do, everybody fell in line. Like okay, they're actually serious people. But I think seeing all of those things, because I said, asking, what's the problem? Why are you guys like this? And they're like, oh man, we've been on this scene, or this is how they promised us this, this, and seeing the end game.
I had 2 questions. So the first question is like, so for this movie now, there's a lot of, underworld, cultism, violence, this one now. And I'm always curious about movies like that where you kind of have to get involved in a world that you might not necessarily know. What is the learning of that, both for the actors and for you, producer, where you're like, okay, this is film I'm making and it's about this. Do you is it more fanciful where you're like, this is the world I'm creating? Or do you go and check this is what they are doing? How important is this is what they are, these are they do, these are the, my dear.
So Folu starts.
And these are they do, these are they do things inside the underworld. Maybe they can give you gate pass. You can enter, you can branch. You just say, okay, Viper, Scorpion, explain to me one thing, two
Viper,
things.
Scorpion, tell me.
Yes, they're normally there. And the other question I wanted to ask was also about the money, because we see the industry and it looks like everybody's living large. Were you people shocked at the actual figures that were coming in? Or is it because you were just in the industry? Did you just know that, okay, this is how it is and it's a facade when we all dress up and look nice, that you think there's the same millions that maybe
I think the figures
Hollywood
exist.
is there? Yeah.
You can never be prepared for how deep the facade is.
No, because it's a crazy one.
No, you can never
When
be prepared.
someone was actually telling me what they got for one movie that, it was very big and they were very big in it. And I think we're laughing because he was like, this is like my 20th event onto this movie. I don't wear clothes. I don't wear. So I was like, guy, balling, we're meant to go to lunch. I said, yeah, pay. He said, you will pay.
Yeah.
He said, you will too pay. And I said, Haba, you just done a film of what? He now showed me that I said, I'll pay. So I don't want you to be annoyed. Let's go. What do you have? Anything for ice cream?
So people pay for PR, right? People pay, if nothing is happening with you and you just want to put yourself out there, people pay for it. So when our films are out there, it's an opportunity to do PR that is unpaid. However, it's not completely unpaid because you also have to look good, and what kind of brand are you creating? So that is how you will pay. I'm not even going to lie that there have been projects where I spent more money on, say, my outfit and my look for the premiere more than what they have even paid me. But I see it also as an investment in myself, in my brand. Do you understand? Because
that's crazy.
Like I say, you don't know who is looking. And at every point in time, if you have to be out there, give your best. When I say give your best, not just to your fashion.
Yeah.
Give your best, your best act, your best character, because talent is not enough. Attitude is also everything. You know, give your best to when you're on a project. People say, no, kill ye. So it's not just about the show. Give quality, your best. But the truth is, in the world that we're living, you cannot take out the show. Because there are some actors, I'm not going to lie, who are not really interested in that show. You know, social. You even try. There's some actors who will not even make any effort.
Yeah.
She, midway, a little around like 40. There's some actors that are like 20. Yeah. But the truth is, because we're a lot in the industry, it's easy to forget people. Especially, I've been on casting tables where you'll be like, I didn't know actors in this. Let's go on social media. This person, yes. So social media helps. It's a form of advertisement. Like, don't forget me. But your talent, you have to also marry your talent. Yeah. Your talent should be higher.
But if you're spending more for the show than they're paying, how can you survive?
You don't just splurge on everything.
Yeah,
you have to calculate.
So for me, this is the thing, right? And this is why my ascent has been slower, because honestly, like, my brain is very pragmatic. And when I decided to actively be an actor in this space, and I'm comparing it to the money I pull in as a host, as an MC, I'm like, what? I thought it was a joke. I called Ihoma Ejiofor. I called Linda. I said, excuse me, Linda, this money you offered, what was the money I was offered as a day player on a very popular, like, regular running, one of the biggest soaps, was less than an eighth of what I would make for a day as a host for 6 hours as a host. So I actually was like, I laughed because I thought they must be mistaken. I was like, oh no, this is what obtains. So very quickly I readjusted the way that I approach things. So for Red Circle, I already knew what the P was, and we were paid pretty well. It was okay. Even with the quote unquote we don't have money. Even with the quote unquote we don't have money, they actually paid pretty decently because they understood what they were coming to ask us to do. And that's fine. Once I understand the industry within which I'm working. But honestly, I won't lie to you. I'm very particular about how much I expend in the service of a facade that, to a limit, it will pay me. Because after a point, I'm also contributing to the lie that these young girls and boys are falling head over. That's why they're killing and once get in this industry. Then you fall into stupid traps like sex for roles because you think, this thing will bring. It's not bringing you billions, my dear. Relax. Relax. You can also be a decently, like, you can cut your coats. You can have somewhat according to your clothes.
It won't be lavish, but it'll be
because what will happen is we're going to MVCs are coming up now. You will start hearing the amount of money that people are calling that they're spending on one outfit. I'm like, no problem. If you're really mint like that, that's fine. How many people are really mint like that?
For me, that's why I said that you have to be strategic.
Yes.
What's your budget for PR in a year? How do you want to expend it?
Yeah.
Do you want to just...
Yes. Because it is a PR budget.
Yes, it is.
What about from your own point of view, Nora? Because the money you get for films, again, still
so I even think
not how you
people
think.
Make more money than
100%.
They do. I've been on set that people spend more money than the lead.
Actors are like the least on the cager.
Yes.
Actors are the least on the cager.
Yes.
Like, I'm making more money than the lead, and I'm like, what's this one?
That is why when I see actors trying to drag with musicians, I'm like, you will wound yourself. What are you doing?
Yeah, like you see the right that maybe DPs are driving, like pitching the actor.
And the DP doesn't have to bend over backwards visibly to do that. So I'm like, listen, there's a way to match it. There really is a way to match it. But we're also in a society where people do just like to show out.
Yeah.
So what I think is the problem is, I think it's not even a problem. So I think for film, I think film gives like the actors the fame that you need to leverage on. Because
to do all that, to get
behind the scene,
deals.
nobody cares about Nora. Well, maybe it's now that I'm getting like brands to reach out and say, maybe camera brands that, okay, you want to like partner and I get money from that. But for them, they are the ones like in front of the camera, basically. They are the ones people are seeing. They see, people are talking about you on social media now. Their brands are reaching out to you. You get money from that. I don't think a lot of actors should think about you jump, at least currently Nollywood, jumping on Nollywood said that you want to buy Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Do you get?
That's why I said
just leverage on
money.
Yes, knowing that this project you are jumping on, you know that the person
you to this next level.
The person is they have sense. They'll do marketing basically to push your brand out there. Then you can leverage on that to make more money. But don't go and say I want to. How much is even the old film that you want to collect? It's true. So then I'll see some like, is this one joking? Like how much is the old? Do you get the old film again about the money thing? I don't think there's some actors that maybe it is that first film that makes them like become very popular. Don't expect that the other people they surrounded you with that are more popular than you want to collect the same money with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they have more experience.
They've been here for a longer time.
The audition that they found
built their brand. They have
and
built
basically
their brand.
whatever money they paid you that they are now doing marketing to push you out there. You're going to leverage on that later to get more money.
Yes.
So don't start feeling bad that there's more like a bigger person and they paid more person and I'm the one to lead. Did you get? I've been on set every day, blah blah.
And you know the thing Omowunmi said about attitude, it's so important because that's where a lot of actors start messing up. Is that you're not allowed at the end of the day. Am I not? Are you the same as that person? You too open your social media.
Let's look at
the numbers. Yes. I mean, people start talking about numbers. They matter. Let's be sincere to each other. They matter.
Yeah.
Me, I'm going to spend more money pushing somebody that is unknown than how much I'll spend pushing somebody that is known out there. Like these things actually matter. So,
and other things like how willing is the person to be out there? How much convincing do I have to do?
I'm not begging.
Are you interested? Are you actually interested?
Yeah.
You
Pushing
want to
the film.
Like I'm begging actors. Do you get like
Yeah.
to
push the movie that you're
baby
in.
2, baby 3, baby 4, 5.
Nora has actually named people this, by the way.
Yeah, like I'm a baby 1. Like I just
Come on,
they did not respond to my PR person to the joy. Shadu why please respond to the message. So you have to also. But my next project, what that does is now I'll be like, I don't want to work with this person anymore.
Yeah, because you're not willing to push the movie that you're in.
That's what I said.
Yes,
Attitude is everything.
If you've done this to me on this one, now what we're even seeing, like a lot of people are now trusting us because again, Red Circle, people that we have to beg before now, don't worry, we'll do anything for you. But why do I really have to go through all of those? Do you get baby and all of those?
I think the industry, like we have to have a reckoning about what we actually want to get out of this thing and how we want to grow.
Yes.
But it's nice that you guys kind of answered those questions. But before we go, I wanted to ask, because we can't give away too much until the trailer comes out. But the most I will say is that there's action, there's romance, there's thriller, and there's like family dynamics all in the film. And I wanted to ask, apart from, she said you guys saw the scripts, you liked the scripts,
they
you
don't
liked
like
working.
Okay, sorry. I have to beg the two of them. No, I mean, not like, it is also, who are the people? Because a lot of actors now ask, who are the people who is director?
Who's involved?
May I ask the
Then when
crew,
I'm not taking my name seriously, maybe it will help with my next project. Because now you're not asking who are these people, then you now feel like you're convincing them, you get. But once, Folu had like issues and we had to like fix them and she was fine with that. Nora. Are you sure, Nora?
No, it wasn't you
that you were talking about.
It was something about the story.
Yeah.
Okay, that you also like.
Yes, it was something about the story.
So once we were able to fix like their concerns, like it was now easier for them to like come on board.
Yeah.
Again, to be honest, it's not everybody that sees your script that will fall in love at the first time. Yeah, you may also have to take their feedback to now adjust
Work it
things.
in,
to work it to just make sure it works for them. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, you were about to say, when I asked about the underworld, you said I should ask Folu.
Yeah, I've asked for
Did you go there?
Folu,
did you
I
go
don't know
to
about,
the underworld?
But to be honest with you, let me tell you a funny story. I think part of my entry into the entertainment space, because what I've done from my broadcast radio back, all this stuff, I've kind of wandered into this space by myself. And as a result, I've mixed with all sorts of people. I've been in all sorts of spaces. And so I've been in some places that, when you look back, you're like, what took you to that location? Why are you out here taking Awolowo shots with people in a junkyard? Like, what does that really mean? And it to me...
You've been drinking Awolowo since.
I was about to say that.
Youngin. No, so I've done some interesting things and been in interesting spaces, and I feel like it's really helpful. I've given myself questionable vices and recovered from said questionable vices. And so for me as an actor, it really does lend to understanding spaces that you're in. And I always find it funny because when people first hear of me or they see me, especially in this industry, like, this one is a complete ajebo. She does not, she will not know.
No, ajebo, you're street. That's what everybody thinks.
That's,
like,
yes.
That's good.
Funny and I love it.
It works. Yeah.
Let it be like that. Let nonsense not find me. I don't like it because, people are stupid and they're badly behaved. So let's just all adjust ourselves. But I think as an actor, like it's useful to get as much life experience as you can. I've been a street fundraiser in London. I've had people spit in my eye. Like, you just
I can't those are the single most annoying people in the world.
And that's why, and they asked me, I remember they auditioned because it was good money. You are getting paid like £15 an hour, something crazy. And they asked me, why do you want to do this? Because I was also, I was studying my undergrad law at the time. And I said, honestly, because when I see people, I cross the road. So I'm curious. And I saw that the money is good. Like, why do you do it? And that was actually my first proper training in grit, in resilience. You think 3 sign-ups a day is not bad until you have like 100 and something people cuss you out. You develop a toughness mentality that is crazy. So I think, for Red Circle, it didn't even require that much of a stretch of the imagination because again, you have come across
all these
some of these things before. So
I think shooting in Oshodi was it. I mean, I went to a jam class, Adams College, in Oshodi, and I think for a year. So I already understood like 1 or 2.
The dynamics.
Yeah, so even before I started shooting, went there to go and Juba for the people that I didn't see Juba, the others of Lagos.
Bruh.
And also said to them, I mean, we still had 1 or 2 like problems.
Yeah.
Famous people, let me tell you that if you think you are popular, go outside with Latif. Let me tell you something. They're now telling me, no, the soldiers are here with her. I said, no, you people are the problem. I say it's him that they're looking for. They don't know me. I'm going to go left. 2 people, and that's,
like we say, let us join Folu with Latif so they can leave Latif. Let him be going.
I go left because I've also learned one of my superpowers is to blend into the background.
Yeah.
I promise you, if I just remove hair, remove glasses, before if
you just look like
I can cross the road, you don't know who I am. So as far as they're concerned, Talile, all they know me as is Banana Island. Because he called me that one time in the film. I'm nobody to them. You, on the other hand. And that's when people want to be famous and you want to be on TV. I'm like, there's a consequence to fame.
Yeah.
Like living a regular life becomes incredibly difficult. People where we did drink pepper soup with that year. Well, we used to hang out. Come, let's go and drink pepper. He messaged me not too long ago. Follow, I'll be hang out. Me, I was really giving suggestion. He now screamed, they will mob me. I said, I cannot.
I remember I saw a video of Bimbo Ademoye. She went to the market. She had to wear niqab.
Yes.
Full niqab with gloves. She didn't even allow her hand shake.
Yes.
With gloves.
And even with that, some people knew who she was.
She didn't talk. She was just pointing because she was worried that if she
talks like
everybody was around her. She was scattered the whole place.
Yeah.
So please, if you are building, for people who are building fame or popularity or success slowly, it's okay because you also learn very important life lessons
and how to manage
it. So I did learn from my people in front. So, okay, this.
My own is for we as producers, like just go ahead, like go and study where you are going to.
Yeah, because I always wonder about these things. Because you see a lot of movies and I'm like, I wonder how much. No, I mean, obviously it can never be the reality because there's a lot of funny things going on. But I'm like, I wonder how much information
we're settling people every day. Aside from the money we had
there was a night we shot, Danfo and everything, and it was very chaotic. And one of them was like, who is the person that is it? Who is the person? And someone pointed to Nora and said, Anipe.
Yes. I remember that day.
Talk to the woman.
Yes. So I was on the crane and we had settled people. Then so the thing about settling these guys is that they were the same people that came to meet me and said, there's one stupid person coming, he's an illiterate. And I was like, the person is telling me that he's an illiterate, but you too.
But they don't want that there's a bigger one behind them.
Like, especially anything he tells you, don't react to it. Because me, normally, my own head, like, I was just like, but they already told me ahead, like, these people that we had given money before had come to meet me and say, don't worry, anything he says, don't answer, don't do this. So I was on the crane and this guy just comes, stop the camera, this, we're not shooting. That was like 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or
like
something.
9:30, thereabout.
And I was like, okay, big guys, bring me. I know the way crane is here up. You have to bring them slowly. So like, who is this one that is coming down? Like, this guy. Yes, I came down and they were like, apparently told them to go and call who is in charge.
Yeah.
And again, I'm the one giving people money at the end of the day. Now my film.
Yeah.
So when I got there, and like I said, they should call woman being called a woman. My head first scattered. But again, I thought of the money of people's money. That if I scatter this shit, we should not go home. And again, what those guys had told me, some of them were my back. No sense. I just walked away. Mom say, Nora, you not doing this. I say, please, people's money.
I was upset. I don't really get angry, but when I hear things like that, it just...
Omowunmi was upset. My director, AK, was like, no, I did not send. No, in my head, I was like, people's money. But I say something.
No, it's true.
Because I said something about all of this.
Because you that still suffer.
I would have said, it is that same person that is not a human being that will give you money. Do you get it? I did not actually pay at the end of the day. I did not give you shit because I was like, I'm not going to meet all those boys that you want or the men that you want, expect to give you money. Do you get? I did not eventually give him money. Now we shot. But that statement alone, I was like, this film has taught me patience and resilience. So like you can say something to me.
I'd like to say something, Sha. You know, when we're doing social studies in primary school and they say the family is the smallest unit of the society and family starts with us, I think that we need to raise better children so that they will grow up to be better adults.
And they will not be the man that spoke to me.
And they will not feel entitled to collect someone's money where they haven't worked.
Yeah.
Because many times when I see these agberos, I'm always like, who raised them? Who gave birth to
the streets
them?
now.
You've even given them money before. I remember there was one during the day, aside from the night one, when we're shooting inside, like the inner street, you guys out.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy came because we're using one woman's house. I think she's about in the 80s or something. We had been giving people money every day. We budgeted.
I'm sorry. Every time I hear this thing, I'm just like, this is
a lot of money.
He's giving people money that ran into millions already.
So we're not to shoot in Banana Island and shoot in the ghetto.
That's why, like, when I see exterior, I'm like, exterior, okay. Do you get? Like, I
know those shoot outside.
Yeah, and they came. Another faction of people came that day, and that woman said, "Okay, you're saying your money left. Which of your father's is on the street?"
Screaming.
Yes. She started saying, and I had to come out for the first time. I was like, guys, I think I was 25 or 24 then. Yeah. Like, I'm just 25, like, and I'm doing this. What have you done for your life?
Yeah.
Like I said, how old are you? The guy said his age. I said, how old are you? The guy said, this is me, like, controlling the whole set. I've given this person money. I've given this person money. And you two, you want to collect money. Like, what exactly have you done to us? So, like, who have you employed?
Yeah.
And also giving them money. After the woman came and said, okay, which of your father's houses? Yeah, Omonile, which he led? You people have in this whole Oshodi. Come and mention it. And that's how they left. And I was like, bruh, this is country.
I don't mind that you see people working, these people that we don't know, they're trying to do something. And you come and say, okay, I live here, I'm not employed. What can I do? What can I do for you?
It's never that. It's never
like,
that.
give me value for money. Like, offer me a service, anything. Okay, let me be helping you bring your equipment when you come every day.
Yeah.
Just, you don't want to work, you don't want to offer any service, and you want to collect money.
But then,
are you joking?
Even the funny thing is, even if they were going to, let's be honest, some people will see Nora, a younger woman, they can't take their instruction from her. No,
that's your problem. You are not ready to get money.
I'm even again, the way I even walk first, like I said, that's why I have my own resting bitch face already. That before you even come and meet me first,
so that you know that
that the person you think twice.
Yeah.
When I'll give you the word of your life. At least that one I told him, okay, who have you employed in your own family? Do you get that?
I think not everybody should be having children. People should be writing exams to have children because that's the problem.
I actually think
it's just unfortunate that like our society has just become really strange.
We have 14-year-olds giving birth. Their children are the agberos on the streets.
Not only them though.
Yes.
The ones that still 40, their children are also agberos.
Let me explain something to you. We have grown up in a community and in a society that says you must have children. It's your job. It's your responsibility.
Fair.
You must.
Yeah.
So people that don't want, they don't have real interest, but it's what I'm supposed to do. I have womb. Let me birth. Even if you as a woman, you're even trying to say, no, God forbid you have any sexual education, health, any, what's that? Then one motherfucker down the road will rape you. No, listen, because I also do work in this space, it is horrific. There are people birthing people that have no business. You are not mentally okay. And then you are bringing life into the world.
You hear something like, Ele Jumilo, Amomo Fiamo Jinilo.
Yeah. Which means that you might be older than me, but I have a child.
Yeah. So I'm older than you. Like,
it's wild. And that's why our poverty mentality, our lack of critical thinking, who raised them? Because you now have given birth to children, you don't have the financial ability or the interest in raising. So those ones go out to go and find somebody
to
on the
raise
street
them
to go and join. So now you have cult boys. You have boys that are all stupid together, roaming around, doing foolish things. That's the society we have.
And parenting is not beans. Even for people who are educated and who have the money and everything. Parenting takes a lot from you because this is a life that has been bestowed on you to raise the right way.
Apostle.
To be
that's my girl. Go on, girl. Tell them.
Speak through you.
Like giving birth, don't let them come and be you.
Yes.
Your child.
But if they don't know how to think, the parents in the house, you don't know how to think normally. The way you talk, that's why when your son will come back with your money, it's only that you don't have two shin to rub together. Suddenly they come back with car. You are not even asking, where did you get the car? God has done it for us. How? How, ma, did God do it? Tell us. That's why they said I'll be a strict mother. Hey, they should be better.
Please, I have a question about casting because you said you had people in your mind. What kind of influence is that? I'm very, because you were saying, sometimes you check social media, and what is it that makes you think, no, let me remember this
you break down the
person.
character. We posted a picture about Fikayo's character, what we wanted character to look like. What person needs to sound like this, needs to be like this, needs to, like, you break them down, like their qualities, like what they need to exhibit. Then you're like, okay, this person fits this. When you think about this character, we wanted an Agberu character. I'm not going to go and look for someone that does not sound etiquette like that. Or again, what we also try to do,
someone that is not able to sound.
Yes. Again, what we also try to do is, like, for someone like Mike Afolarin, like that was not what you typically see him in. Etiquette. We're like, okay, who do we think, even if they've not done this, they'll be able to do it well. Then you reach out to. I feel like he was one of those people that
surprise, bro.
For this, that
I love him.
aside from the leads and every time he appeared, he was
so
stealing
entertaining.
like he was stealing the
character.
It's very different from
I was like,
anything.
okay, this is
people
nice.
He
have
was
seen
killing
him.
it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's nice
What's it for you?
Sorry?
I said, what's it for you when you want to decide on a character when you're writing?
Budget.
That's an important factor.
So
That's
I work
important.
backwards. So like there's like your dream.
Mm-hmm.
We all do it now. So there's your dream person. Like, oh my God, I would love if this person could do it. This is probably where my budget falls.
Yeah.
And then this is who I'm open to.
That's plan A, plan B, plan C.
Exactly.
Sometimes we choose, like, we did something interesting recently. We chose like Hollywood actors. I was started laughing as I writing it. But I like choose the Nigerian version of the person. Do you get?
Yeah.
So it just actually aligns with the
so
budget.
that's what I'm trying to do. Like my dream, where my budget lies, and then who I think might be a good fit somewhere in between. Yeah.
However, the truth is, as actors, sometimes you consider money, but the story, for me, the story is always king. When I see
over
a character,
the money.
yes, for me. When I see
That's
a
why I had to
character
get
that
management.
calls to me, and you don't have
As
so
of
much, I don't
Thespian.
even mind investing in the
In
film,
it.
Yeah, sure.
knowing that it would come out great.
Yeah.
But you offer me the world, and this character is, I just say I'm not
It's
available,
okay.
even though
you
I
can
am
be
busy
tempted. Money
in
is
my
good,
house.
bro.
I mean, that's how I love films
Most
like
of
that
life,
come out,
yeah.
because you're like, we all know that is I don't know, I know it's budget that
Money.
carried all of you here,
Yeah.
because if I sit down, you can't tell me what you're doing. None of you can tell me what's happening in this film.
All right. So people, the trailer isn't out yet. The film is out in June. But what do people have to look forward to? Nora,
Yes,
you
and what should they
start.
remember
say?
when
Like,
it comes
now.
when it comes out?
Okay,
what should they remember
Folu,
that you
then,
told
Nora
them?
is your
Omowunmi
film
and
talk.
Okay,
then
no,
Nora.
everybody will say, but
Everybody
what
will say.
should they
You
remember
can tell people
when
that trailer is coming
see
out
it.
March 2nd
Yes.
now. I mean, people that listen to
May,
May 2nd. Yeah, May
May,
2nd.
man.
This is your exclusives. Yeah, May
2nd of May.
2nd.
Okay, so trailer is coming out 2nd of May. But what do people have to look forward to?
when
Red
the
Circle.
film comes out.
I think we said it all. Family, love. I think it's focused on love. I think at the core of the whole
Yes.
story. Focused on love, family, friendship. Again, different words. I think what we're trying to do is balance the rich world that we see and the other side of it. Like how these two intertwine together.
Yeah.
I think that's it for us. You can take over my lead. Leading lady.
Madam Leading Lady, what do people have
Number
to look
one
forward
on the
to?
call sheet.
Number one on
Thanks
the
so
call
much.
sheet.
I think some of the performances are really cool. Like I remember watching that first cut, and I know it was even like a rough cut, but when you're just like, wow.
Actually, you brought our actors together.
we
to watch the film.
did this fit like what like and
that's
it's been
nice.
like to really feel like guys
We did it.
and especially as an actor to willingly suspend that disbelief is hard. And not to even talk of being an actor in the project. And again, it's not every story has been told to some extent. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, you've never seen. I fucking hate when people do that shit. It's not true.
You've never seen it.
That's
for
No, I said, please say it.
But the way that it is performed, the way that it is edited, the way it's put together, like it's such an it's a true popcorn like cinema. Like you'll sit there and be like, because I still remember that feeling, and I'm excited to see it. And usually I'm very awkward about watching these things because naturally I'm an awkward person. But that's besides the point.
Like, no watch.
I'm genuinely.
You didn't watch the
she
movie?
stood outside.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
No, I've been watching.
She's
That was
watching
because
so many
you're
times.
in
I
the
don't watch
cards.
the audience. Like I was just seeing their reaction,
Yeah.
like the actors' reaction.
But
No, again, it was a risk for us to show them earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if they did not like it,
what were you
chaos
doing?
in
Wow.
our- We were
Yeah.
never going to help us market. We not started marketing then or anything.
Yeah.
So it was either show them. I believe that people market what they believe in.
Yes.
So when you're marketing something, let them believe in whatever they are telling people about. Do you get? So that was it for us.
And that's why I said that Nora is very rare in this space with the way that she operates.
When
that
they say good things about me, I'm always shocked.
It's okay.
Rare is
It's
not
okay.
particularly nice. Cool it
Yeah,
down.
you are just a strange person. But it was nice. So I believe genuinely that this is a film that the audience are going to enjoy watching. You're going to enjoy being irritated by people on screen. Like my character is one that you're going to love to hate to love. Like I think she gets under your skin because even when I read it, I was like, why is she doing like this? You know, one of those people. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I genuinely believe and I hope that it will be like, guys, come, let's go and watch this thing again. It's a good watch. It's a good watch.
For me, I think people will see fantastic performances from the actors. I don't know. I can't even say this actor dropped the ball. And the story is really beautiful. I think people will cry. People will laugh. There will be so much rush of adrenaline. It's a beautiful film and people would love it.
And I shot it beautifully.
It looks.
Can I just say on this shooting thing? No, high five to you. You try. You
sabi your big ups, Nora.
Because you know what it is? Sometimes an actor, let me tell you, when you're your thespian, you're going to be performing. You perform. You perform the emotion. Then when you see, you know what I did. They will be over here. They'll be over here when you have been emoting intense emotion, just your face. You know, you're trying to give it to them.
This thing you said just reminded me of something. Let me not talk about
we'll just after. What? There are a few things more disheartening to an actor who has killed themselves for a
and you can't see.
Especially, for example, when you've prepared yourself and you say, you guys, I'm ready. I'm
in my zone.
And then you give it. I'm going to say,
Cuts.
And then everybody in the room, they're clapping. Thank you guys. And then you now watch it. It's the wide. Nothing they pay, no.
So the choices, which is why also men hire women, because the editor's choices, shout out to the director as well, though. AK, sorry, you did your thing. But the person in the cutting room, to know when to bring in certain scenes.
Yeah. Because the person that actually tells the story, you've shot a beautiful film and everything.
That's cutting
the person that is because the person is the one telling, putting the pieces
director
together.
And editor's medium. They ask who is directing, who is editing. I've learned to ask these questions.
You don't ask who is shooting.
No, usually no. Okay. Well, sometimes I do, to be honest with you, because
sometimes
it does. Because sometimes the trade-off from sometimes for what you are doing. Nora, because sometimes the trade-off for what you are doing is how fine am I going to look on that screen so I can sell my market. So you just know that's what I'm doing.
But you look good actually, like your skin was.
I appreciate it.
No,
now your skirt.
God, what am I in the middle?
People. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to
watching the movie.
We're very excited.
Before Bookie writes, oh my Jesus.
Oh yes.
She hadn't been around for years, and it was Red Circle
that brought her
back.
Fact.
This was the production that reached out to her to say, Ma,
you have to come back. You have to run it back. You actually have a lot of people.
Yes, and now she's back.
Oh,
like even in the little clip, I was counting. I was like, there's so many people.
I
said there are people in this. You know, when someone comes on screen and you're like,
Yeah.
And one of our colleagues, who was on set with us, he's now in a Hollywood film.
Come on, Shams.
Come on,
Shams. Congratulations.
We do great stuff.
Well done, guys.
Well done. Amazing.
The trailer is out on May the 2nd. The film is out in June the 6th. June the 6th.
So you guys we're stepping out. We're watching it. So we're looking for a trailer. Follow everybody, please.
And it's global.
It's global.
It's worldwide.
Yes.
Really?
Worldwide,
you didn't know?
I didn't know. I was not informed.
We're global, baby.
Proud.
I was not informed.
Okay, it's global.
Should we tell them? Should we tell them that we're having
just all over the world, guys?
Should we tell them that we're having
a UK premiere?
Yes.
UK premiere.
When?
Don't worry, we'll announce that one after.
We cannot come.
No, I was about to say that. So you don't want us to show up there.
You show up.
Suck my purr.
This too, God.
Fantastic. You should carry them. This is who you should carry for.
This is actually who you should carry to host all.
I just went to transport it.
No, this is
where can they find you guys?
Yeah, what should they do? Like in the meantime, while we're waiting, what should they do? What should they follow?
Follow Nora, Awolowo, follow everything. Just follow Red Circle.
Nora is useless. Sorry, please follow Folu Storms. Follow Nora Awolowo. follow Omowunmi Dada, follow Rick Searle Studios as well, and make sure you join the circle. So we've been using the hashtag join the circle.
What does that mean?
Basically, it means that we have a wait list, so it's like an exclusive
So
members
if you
club.
go on Rick Searle Studios bio, you see a link to join.
And
what's the
also,
link?
Like, your circle ID card.
Yes.
Like, there's this thing that
What's the link that they'll type when they want to join the
Rick Searle
circle?
Studios.
Rick Searle Studios.
Circle.movie, I think /waitlist or something.
Just go to our social media pages.
Yeah, you see.
and
you see.
You'll
Bye.
get that. Yeah.
Join the
And
circle.
sometimes
Get
you
your
get phone
ID.
calls from us, which is
Oh,
kind of cool.
lovely.
Yeah.
Video calls.
You guys are doing midnight call.
Yes.
You guys are really serenading the
We
people.
registered the number that carries our cinema date, like
Yeah.
6,
2025, something like that. So where we like created something like
I love this serious marketing.
Yeah.
I'm into it like man.
Nora's money cannot burn. She said that's good for
Nora
you.
said all that money is coming back.
So what we did is
I
like
love
also
the calls
surprise,
and
like, people in our
everything.
newsletter, like let's our actors just talk to them. Sometimes they will tell us one Mike, want this person. Like among these people were like, please, I want to talk to Mom. I'm try to use the hotline.
Yeah.
Like, to call them. And I mean, we see the reactions too from people. We have exciting things coming out from now till the film is coming out. Like a lot of things. Just watch out from us. I mean,
So it's worth following.
we made them
That's all I
emotional.
say.
We released that a surprise video from our cast.
Oh.
Yeah, they were crying. Among was crying. I mean,
Listen,
but
no, these guys are so
I'm an
thoughtful.
emotional
You guys, like,
baby.
just look out for the video. Like,
that's coming out
like
in
the
May.
letters to
Letters from your circle.
No, it was super sweet.
Just look out for that.
I love this. Like a
love it.
marketing
Circle is the
masterclass.
circle to
Please
be
be
in.
watching out.
Guys,
Pay me
like
to
they are
consult.
beefing some people here on this chair. They say, see nothing of this marketing. And you know, marketing too much.
No, it's excellent.
I can't
Thank
like,
you
but it's
guys.
very because even before I knew you guys are coming, I kept thinking that what is this?
Red circle.
I was like, I'm just seeing all of you are inside red background since morning. I was like, what is happening? Like,
Yeah,
what?
well
I didn't even
done.
know it was a film at first. I was like, I'm sorry, what is going on?
Yeah, that's feedback. Well, you increase your
No,
body
I'm actually
count.
being dead serious. Like I was on Instagram. After a while, I was just like, what is this now? Like, why is this? Because nobody said red circle, this is
movie.
what. And then obviously when you saw the photo shoot with the actors, I was like, because at first I just kept seeing the red circle and I was like, what's happening again?
Tattoo
now?
and Wele.
I
That's
be-
all, like,
you know what? You're just like,
gang.
okay, they've come in, another thing has come
And we never
again.
danced yet, which is what I love.
That's it. Because I've been, you know, now the truth about
was
it
on my
is
own,
Instagram is down to dancing.
No, but you guys are doing a really good job.
No,
Well
you are.
done.
You're actually,
Thanks.
the marketing
Very
is
well
really
done.
fun.
And we're looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
They told you where you can find them. Make sure you
Join
do
the
that.
circle.
Join the circle.
Follow the girls.
Yeah,
And
my
we
Instagram handle is at Omowunmi _Dada.
See?
Nora is
Nora Awolowo everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Folu storms
Sorry.
everywhere.
all right.
everywhere.
Lovely.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Why are you not using candy yum yum sexy beauty?
It's time to wrap up. That is the problem. It's too much talk. So now
Bye,
we're
guys.
time to reach you. We don't need to talk.
This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Carousel Network. Your hosts are Jola Jols Ayeye and Feyikemi FK Abudu. Our guests this week are Omowunmi Dada, Folu Storms, and Nora Awolowo. Make sure you get to the cinema to watch Red Circle on June the 6th when it's out. Our producer is Debbie Romeo. Our social media manager is Najite Anira. Our production assistant is Theresa Ajayi. And on audio, we have David Kenny. Our camera assistants are Pascal Ona and Abolade Uluyede. This season of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Coins by Bamboo.